All right. It's Thursday, and I'm coughing on the stream. Welcome. We're having fun. As remember to anybody who's watching who wants to have some fun, if you are not currently playing this campaign, there you can go ahead and dole out some DM inspiration by using the channel points. You can also possibly increase any loot that could be won or given using those channel points as well, and look for more and exciting channel point functions in the future. So, yes. Also, the sounds and music you will be hearing is from Sirenscape. So, if you like them and want to use them in your game, check them out. Other than that, well, let's see here. Last where we left off, let's actually turn this off for now. But last where we left off, after a fun encounter with some bugbears and some trading and some a little bit more information about Port Demalia itself, being about 2 or so days out from it, our party still started to finish their journey. And you had a good night's sleep, and I think we will open up just as all of you are awakening. So, Mark.
When you guys awake, you notice that Jack is missing. And you see off to the side of the fire pit that is slowly burnt down is a bag. You open the bag, and there's a letter addressed to friends. And then in the bag are some books. If you open the letter and you begin to read, it says, "Dear friends, I know I haven't been with you very long, but I feel like I've known you for quite a while. Unfortunately, I'm being pulled in a different direction, and I feel like I must return to the mists. So for now, it is goodbye. But please don't forget me and enjoy what I have left." So in the bag are a stack of books, and each book has a bookmark stuck in it with a name written on it. And the first one is to Barrick, and the title is "So Long and Thanks for the Ale." It's a story of the dwarf named Torvish who traveled around Chaldori and racked up a $10,000 gold bar tab, all until he was caught. There's a smaller book, very thin, very colorful, and it is entitled "Baby Dragon Destroys the Village." And it has a little tag that says Vera. And it is a simple pop-up children's book. There's another one that right on the front of the cover just has a big, huge picture of a cat dressed as a knight. And it is simply titled "Pictures of Cats." It's a picture book of cats dressed in cute outfits. And it is sent to Spark. The next one is called "The Potion Diaries." It's one girl's intoxicating adventures, and that is addressed to Ham. The last one is obviously to Hellebrun. It is entitled "Bahamut Shrug," an action thriller written by one of the world's most controversial philosophers. The novel is set in a dystopia where magic is tightly regulated and only Ganjalt can liberate magic users from the non-magical parasites, i.e. everyone else. And that is how Jack leaves.
That's amazing. And I definitely need the title of that book again so I can add it to my inventory.
It's called "So Long and Thanks for the Ale."
All right. So, as you all find this, anything you want to do immediately?
Brush Chestnut down before saddling him up. Same with Enbar.
Ellie, does everyone leave in the middle of the night? Is this a theme?
Sort of, I guess. Well, it's just been a rough couple of days, so.
Should we avoid doing that? If we need to leave, would you like an actual proper goodbye?
Yeah,
I like the letter.
I feel like that's the polite thing to do.
I feel like the letter was
do my
very
best.
polite. He left gifts.
I was raised in Guardon where you would just say goodbye and you'd hug but I guess this is nice too, leaving gifts and that
I'm a
sort
good
of thing.
fan of the Genasi goodbye. It's where you just leave and don't say anything to anybody forever.
So death or a hug? Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
But I can make an exception for you, Ellie. I'll say something.
Very nice of you.
All right. After brushing down, and those of you who have spells can prepare them for the day. As you, from the sounds, somewhat distant, but maybe an hour or two away, you realize that you are fairly close to Port Damali. And you begin to slowly make your way down the river, passing over to the other side. And there is much going on. You start to see Port Damali kind of from a distance. There's a single road that leads past a lot of farmland as you begin to make your way. And there, this area around, of course, Byrik, you know this very well. You patrol this area, you make sure that it's safe, as does your family. So right now in this area, it's those who either farm or don't have enough resources to even live within the poorer sections of Port Damali. As you see here, like sometimes there's 1 to 5 families per house. Managing farms, managing estates. You get the feel from the general makeup that you see them putting off some things to market. It seems others are to be put forward to the city itself, a way of taxes moving around. But most of this that you see, most of these people seem to have done this. So as you follow the road, the first area you come down to here is this very strange kind of colored amount of houses. All the houses here are kind of ramshackle. They are built by some looks like old shipwood, maybe driftwood. Some you even see like the supports are farm tools that have been put together and kind of strapped together to form posts of places, kind of whatever anybody can do. And there's this kind of multicolor thing going on where people have used different types of paints, painting over wood or metal that should have been thrown away. You even see there's one here that seems to actually be made by scraps of armor, leather and metal tied together in some type of deal. Whatever people can get and any space they can kind of carve out in this area. The only thing that looks kind of purposeful is the path itself. The path here is a mosaic of different tiles, purples and reds and yellows, all put together, leading down, kind of accenting this place. So even though it's run down and somewhat ramshackle, there is still this weird celebrant or joyous feeling that comes from here. And of course, Byrik, you know this area as the Tumble Downs. And this is where the entrance is. And on this fine morning, there's not so much of a guard, though there are guards there. They're not really paying any mind. Some, especially, just kind of see you, Byrik, and anything that they would do, seeing your traveling companions just kind of give a nod as you move your covered wagon through the gates. Welcome to Port Tamale and the Tumbledowns.
I would put on my veil
Barrick.
as soon as we get there.
Eric?
And
Yeah.
how much of this is new? I should ask.
The Tumbledowns have existed for a long time, and they're not new in any sort. If anything, it's run down and older, well established. Though the colors and the owners and the types of dwellings, because many fall down, do get replaced. So if someone had been here before long ago, they'd get a weird sensation of familiarity, but also an absolute change, as everything is made differently than it was in this particular area. But it's still the Tumbledowns.
Well, should we head to a tavern?
Spock, you're really gonna try to go into the city without stopping to see my mother?
She doesn't know we're here yet, okay? It's not that big of a deal if we just stop. It's sometimes easier to talk to your mother with a drink. I'm just saying, no offense. I love her, but
She keeps drink in the house.
it's easier if I already have the drink on board before.
What'd your flask run out?
Oh my god. Fine. No, we'll do your thing.
I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a look around the city if anybody wants to.
Yeah, Ellie, I'll go with you first. I
Yeah.
have to show the newcomers around,
Ellie,
actually.
you're not keen on meeting my mother?
I'm sure
my
she's
God,
lovely.
Barrick. Everybody is going to meet your mother eventually. Calm the hell down.
And of course, it's a little bit early in the day for things to be taken over yet, but you do know that your mom will be showing up at Sapphira's fairly shortly to take over for the day. And you also, obviously, you've grown up with Sapphira, and you know that she would always take care of you, and she has to deal with your mama too, so she knows. She keeps mediums on hand to do such.
Isn't that who we wanted to see anyway? If I'm not mistaken, isn't that who the bugbears was?
They just mentioned that they were a good person, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting the person, but maybe we could. Do you? I hate to ask, but do y'all know any shops here that sell maybe brewery magic?
I feel like I probably should. Do I?
When you say brewery magic, what are you referring to?
She's talking about potions.
Potions. Okay, perfect. So, I always want to say your name, Barrick, right?
Barrett, yeah.
Barrick. I got it. Okay.
It's all good.
You know how I get with it, Barrick. So there's not a potion shop in Port Tamale that you know of per se. You also haven't been everywhere. You've always stayed more to the outskirts. It's not
Yeah.
like, and both of you don't know the town like super well. But you know enough to where if there were to be stuff, most of the market, you really have two options. One would be some of the stalls and just open markets of the beaded alley. Other than that would be more of the coastal area where off the ships there's always somebody carrying around something that sometimes you can spy over on the larboard light.
What was that second one?
The larboard light.
Quick, out of character I obviously want to go wherever we're gonna pick up Righteous and Ignatius Max. So
Right.
if they're gonna be wherever we are, that's
So don't worry about that. We got a plan.
okay. Great. That's
And-
all.
and I
I
think
just wanted to make
that
sure that we
I've-
weren't gonna spend our time digging around in shops while they're just
No
like twiddling
worries.
their thumbs somewhere.
Me and those players have had a discussion where we're all on the same
Okay,
page.
great. I just wanted to make sure.
I mean,
so-
I'd love to go meet this. What?
Sapphira?
Yeah, Sapphira. But before we do that, do you know any place that would?
The Beaded Alley might have some potions if that's what you're looking for.
Well, if y'all don't mind, I mean, that's surely on the way. I mean, we could stop by there real quick, then head on
Not
to.
exactly on the way.
But it's fine.
Well,
We move quick with these horses here.
maybe if y'all don't mind.
No, that's after you, Ellie.
I mean, I'll lead the way because of the horses and all, but
Shut the fuck up about the horses, Barrick. They're not that special.
So,
Anbar is summoned through the magics that I use. What do you mean that's not special? This is a horse of a heroes of old.
Lead the way with your very special horses, Barrick.
Barrick, do you know this person we're gonna go meet? Are they a good person or?
Sapphira, yes, absolutely. My mother works with her. She
Oh.
helps, as Clemson and Carafat told you. She keeps people out of the cold when they're coming into the city and can't afford rooms, and my mother helps relieve some of the pressures that she accrues. Give her a day off, so to speak.
So you trust her?
Yes, she's helped look after me over the years.
Good. So I shouldn't be worried about anything then.
From Sapphira? No, absolutely not.
I mean, you should definitely still worry about things, just probably not with that specifically.
Ellie, if we're being honest, you should be more careful of Spark accidentally sparking than Sapphira. Her hair
Barrick,
kind
if
of
I spark,
catches some
it's
wind.
gonna be real on purpose, and it's gonna be right at you.
What kind of stuff did this Sapphira? What do they sell exactly?
Sapphira more
Sapphira
looks
doesn't-
after people.
So
Look after
anything.
people.
Yeah,
So like a
gives
is it
them
like
gives them a meal, make sure they're fed.
how
But,
does she get the money for that?
Donations mostly.
So she's very well liked in the town.
By those
Travelers come by, they pay
Yeah.
what they can, type of thing.
And how long have you known this person again?
most of my life. She, like I said, she used to look after me when I was a wee pup.
All right. I guess we'll head to the. I'll follow you.
But if you want to make your purchases first, we can head towards the Beaded Alley, see if there's any merchants out that might have what you're looking for.
Fantastic.
It's a little early, but
City's big. We can head that way.
Yeah, the merchants would be there. The quickest route you would take here is you actually head back more towards where the gate was, and you start to move along the outskirts of the city a little more, where it's still put on farmland. One of the interesting things here is there's no wall over Port Tamale. It's kind of open and a lot because of the work that Barrick does and keeping it fairly well, made of big monsters, and then many bandits kind of know better than to make an enemy here. But as you move to the outskirts, you are then able to take a left down a road that then spirals into three different pathways. One that is green, one tan, and one more red in color with the bricks as they start to change these colors. And kind of the muted colors before the patchwork effect is now very purposeful. And there's teal and purple and green and red and yellow and orange buildings. And the Beaded Alley is named as such as between all the buildings themselves, there are multiple colors of beads. And they kind of form they go across the street, and then between them, the beads intersect, making a web that also has the effect as the sun comes through to highlight in all these various colors on people's skins and making everyone seem rather attractive and rather fun and keep this very partying almost atmosphere going down. Now, as you move down the beaded alley, the big issue, you would know this, is going to be the cart. It's going to slow down your progress a lot, as this is just absolutely an absolute throng of people who just take up everything and sell those in the midst of the streets. And so moving will have people touching the cart and you, as you're just slow, make a lot of slow progress. So it's up to you. You can certainly do this. It's not unusual necessarily, but it is a very slow process.
Yeah,
I feel like we should go drop the cart and horses off.
With the cargo we're carrying, we can't exactly do that. The cargo is particularly heavy. The statue.
Yeah, I feel like we should go to what's her face first and.
I'd really rather look
All right,
for
no.
a shop.
Af-
If it's all
let's
right.
go.
By the
Plus,
time we-
you know, see in the beaded alley, I mean, I actually used to work in this area a long time ago. I wouldn't mind seeing the old stores and the, you know, it's just a nice
I thought
little
you
shop
said you
here.
were from around here.
Oh, did I say that? Well, I guess I'm just in a good mood today.
Do you lie when you're in a good mood or a bad mood?
Well, to be honest, I guess I'm just a little lost here, but yet not. I can't quite put a finger on it. I just feel very good about today.
Sure, yep, whatever you say, Ellie.
Yeah, just make our way there.
All right. So we've got we're looking for potions here. Is there anything else people are on the lookout for, just to kind of make it so that you're not backtracking?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if I was gonna look to see if the shop I used to work at was still active in this area. I'm not gonna go to it. I just wanted to see if it was still there.
Sure, so that's on your list.
Any like magical rods, wands, stuff like that potentially.
Okay.
Though I
The
feel like
only
that might be
thing-
more of a dockside thing.
The only thing I would look for is anything that would raise my poor AC from 11 to any other higher number. But I am a sorcerer, so I don't know if that exists.
Right.
Because I don't have
No
any armor
armor.
proficiencies, so
I am
multi-class next level.
I in particular was looking for possibly a haversack or a bag of holding to expand our party's ability to carry stuff.
I mean, if we're just dropping named items, Pact of the Rod Keeper. That's the specific one I'm looking for.
And I don't want to do it
Yes.
today because I don't want to take up any time, but I do have a lot of stuff to sell at some point, but I don't have
Right.
to do that today.
Yeah. So moving down the alley, what I'll say is there's not and Barrick, you know this. There's not an enchanter, so to speak, in Port Tamale, an enchanting place that at least that you're aware of, not a well-known one at
Mhm.
any rate. And again, you don't have much cause to go into the city as much as looking for these types of things. Most of what is given to you was procured by your mother at some point and kind of given to her boys, and you've grown with it. So looking for new things is a little different for you. So what I'll say is I think, Vera, why don't you go ahead and give a investigation check as you're kind of looking for potions of types.
All right. Oops, I just hold on one second. Just my page crashed, but here we are. All right, investigation. Nice, 19.
19. Very nice. as you begin moving through here, there is more of a the feel more gets to where people are selling all types of things, and some of it's quickly moving. You see, there's dried fruits and various herbs. You do spy. There's this very, very small shop. It is kind of sits corner. So it actually has 3 sides that you can see of it. As one of the roads kind of turns and moves around it, then splits off into 4 others. But it is relatively smaller than others. And as you look at it, actually seems that the other 2 wings of it seem to have been made into shops themselves. But the center one has a little stall outside, and you do see all types of bottles with various colors of liquid. And what you spy here is this somewhat older person, Dragonborn, and they're at the age where their scales are gray. All the color has left, and even their eyes kind of have this gray hue to it. And even as they kind of move about, you see they have this rather large staff that they kind of hold on to. It itself it creaks a little bit, as though it hasn't been oiled in years, maybe a decade or so, and is beginning to just kind of lose its wetness and such things. They and they're kind of going, "Come on, please, your lady."
Yes.
Just yelling at different people, holding up different things, and I guarantee this one to bring you wealth.
All right, let's go.
Fantastic.
Hi.
Well, hello. How can I help you, young lady?
Well, thank you. I was actually looking for a shop that maybe sold some little liquid magic, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that we've got plenty of. What type of enchantments? What type of that stuff would you want?
I was looking for something that maybe, makes your brain a little better, that, makes you a little smarter, maybe temporary, just something to help you with talking to people and saying the right thing, things like that. Do you have anything like that?
Kind of looks like, Well, starts looking around. He's like, let me think here. Because, skeletons are the smartest of the undead. And I here have an infusion of an actually, redeceased skeleton dust infused in this very tincture. And I tell you, most people who drink it, they feel as though their brain's on fire.
Well, I don't want my brain to burn. I just want to be a little smarter is all.
That's the one with a little less infusion. Yes. This one, your brain will be smarter. That one, the fire, got confused.
Oh, okay. How much is that one?
This could be yours for 5 silver.
That seems pretty low.
Then 5 gold, then.
That sounds about right. So how long does it take to take effect?
It varies depending on the person's will itself. The
Can you
more
not
strong
swindle
the
my
will.
friend here?
I beg your pardon. Do I look like the type of person who could
Yes, you
afford
do.
to swindle? Well, then you may go along, and my wares would be for another person.
Insight check.
Go ahead, roll your insight check.
7.
He's a slippery one. Seems.
I mean, okay, it's just okay. It's really important that it work. Okay, like to the point
Okay,
that
but hold on. Spending more money on the same product don't make it work better. You know that, right?
I know that. The
Okay,
thing
seems
is,
like you don't know that.
no, but I need him to, or her. Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking?
May I?
Well, I just want to make it very clear that if this doesn't work, I am
Ellie,
going to be
one
very
second.
angry. I will come back.
I kind of
Very
just try to pull Ellie back a little bit.
No, hold on. I want to see this play out.
May I? And I like hold my hand out for the potion. And
I take it back. You swindle her away.
from my training with my mother and my hedge mage brother, would I know that if I can like just taste the droplet to understand like what this would do?
You go ahead and taste a little droplet. You're pretty sure it can make somebody throw up if taking a little too much. But besides that,
This isn't the one you want, Ellie.
I kind of like to see how this plays out. You sure you don't want to give her one?
I'm sorry. The Dragonborn, were they male or female?
it's hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Okay. What is your name, if I may ask? My name is Barrick. I don't know if you know my mother, Rebecca.
Well, why didn't the hell you say you were Bayless kin? Oh gosh, they put that fake thing on. My gosh, and kind of goes back, and I thought I had a tourist over here.
You can still
goes
try
back
and tell her
into
something.
his
I
shop.
think she'll come back and burn your whole shop down, but I'd love to see it.
Believe me, the myriad of ways I have defended myself, you do not want to see. Now, he's back in his shop, kind of shouting at this point, and he's like, "Hi," and he takes something down that seems to be kind of violet-ish, and another one he takes as a slightly like more magenta hue to it. Both very light. You can see right through to the other side tins, and he puts them down and goes, "Now, listen, I apologize.
I understand.
So,
I don't.
I do. I used to do something similar. I get it. You got to make money somehow.
all right. Now, there's I'll say this. I got these two here. One, I would say, is more for your discernment, and the other is more for your book learning.
Okay. Could you tell me what that first word meant?
About knowing the right thing to say and when.
Okay. 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 And the other one's good for book learning,
Mhm.
right? Okay. And how much is each one?
Well, I'll tell you, I give each one of these 10 gold.
Okay. Okay.
And they
A
make
piece?
you 10 gold each, yeah. And I tell you though, they are diluted, so they only last you 10 minutes.
That's all I need.
All right.
That's all I need. Okay.
So
All
for
right,
game
and-
one is a wisdom bonus, and the other will be a intelligence bonus.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take out. I'm gonna hand him 25 gold, and say thank you for your trouble. And how long do these take before they take effect?
You do that. He actually, like, he sees the gold and he clasps you and he goes, my leg, and he pulls you down. You feel yourself being pulled down by his weight, and then he comes back up and he's got this series of what feels like metal tins that are wrapped in this sackcloth, and kind of puts him in. He goes, and he kind of gets in real close. And let me just see how he does here. Yeah, unless somebody has a passive perception of 29, you do not see this happen. Except that Vera kind of gets this, and he leans in kind of close. He goes, now don't be showing these tins around, but you put this on and paint yourself up. There's some magic in them. And goes, good impression and all. Goes, I thank you for your tip, and leaves you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna take that. All right. Thank you again. I'll definitely remember this store if I ever need anything else.
You do that. And he kind of looks around. You see like what looks like a family coming out. Like, oh, and this girl says, "Oh, Daddy, look at the shiny bottles." And I remember you. I remember you too. Thanks for coming to this old man shop.
All right. Well, we can go now.
I have something for you, young girl.
And Matt, did
Where
he
was it?
say how long it took for those things take effect, or was it instant?
It's instantaneous punch drinking.
Gotcha. All right.
And what you have in the sack, once what's applied, would be instantaneous as well.
All right. Where did you all need to go? Anything y'all needed from around?
I know somebody wants to do here. So, I mean, there's places to explore, and you'd be able, in conversation going here, there's the beaded alley is where most markets go. There's also tons of taverns here and places to get all sorts of things. And alleyways and backways and shadowy alleys should you so choose. The Crescents are mostly a residential district that is for the very, very rich, and access is somewhat controlled. The Gilded Esplanade is a more of where the average person might live here. And then the Larboard Light is a series of more processing things, meat packing places, but things that process stuff coming off the ships and might move them to the beaded alley for sales. Though the savvy person with enough coin and want of quantity can often make a deal there.
I think at this point Ham's gonna come in and say sorry, everybody. It took me a little bit longer to pray with Bahamut this morning, but I'm here now.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I was needing to pick up some diamonds, and potentially some rings, platinum rings. That's what I need.
Interesting. Here in the beaded alley, platinum rings are fairly easy to come by. There's ring sellers and jewelry makers of all types, and you can go ahead and mark off your gold for that. It's easy enough to come by.
Cool. Do I get them? Are they ready to go?
The platinum ring, yeah. Yeah, it's actually, it will be 50% more than the price because they're jewerified and very nice and polished. There's not like a kind of spell casting minimalist version here.
Okay.
You're definitely shopping on like this is like New York 5th Avenue. Like things are more expensive here, more or less. And as far as diamonds, as you go about, no one seems to have any, and someone even jokes like, I don't think anyone has those anymore.
Oh, why not?
Well, just there's people in here a few days ago bought up all the diamonds that they could find. Had and a woman says, "Oh yeah, they were from the Cerberus Assembly. They came and bought everything.
Oh, wow.
They bought
That
all
sounds
the
important business. Well, when do you think you'll get more in?
diamonds." One's talking you aren't necessarily ones that even had them, and they're like, hey, I heard a rumor that some are even on back order.
Oh,
I mean, if you know the right person.
I'll ask Barrick. He'll probably know. Thank you. I appreciate your time. No, I'll go find Barrick. Barrick, they said all the diamonds are gone.
What do you
Do
mean
you
all the
think he can
diamonds are
make
gone?
Well, they said that someone came and bought them all up.
Who?
The Cerberus Assembly? That's what it sounded like.
Okay, I just don't know what you expect Barrick to do about the situation.
Well, the guy said that if I knew the right people,
Barrick is not the right people for nobody.
Spark, when you do a kind deed here and there, people are willing to tell you things a bit more frequently.
Okay, yeah, no, go Barrick. Get some diamonds then.
Maybe
I didn't say
your
I'd be
mama
able
knows.
to guaranteed, but
No,
I can
go ahead.
ask.
I can't wait to see how this goes.
Cerberus
Barrick's the
Assembly.
right people.
I feel like my brothers mentioned them. There's some mages from the north.
I don't
I
know.
don't know
was
much
just,
more about them than that, though.
I was just hoping to get some diamonds
What?
for this spell, but
But what did they say exactly? Like all the diamonds? Like that's a lot.
It's not
well-
that many, what, like 10?
well, verbatim. I mean, it was kind of a walk over here, so I don't remember like verbatim like what they said. But they said that a few days ago, the Cerberus Assembly came in and bought up all the diamonds,
Okay.
and that they're on back order, because they're apparently like in demand right now.
I don't know what kind of magics they'd be needing all that for.
Well, the magic I need it for is really good magic. It's so I can bring people like back. But that's okay. We'll just not have that ready to go for a little bit. But
We'll just have to be a little more careful for the time being.
maybe we can ask your mama too. She knows people around here.
She does. We'll look around,
Okay.
see what we can find. Would I find anybody selling rods or magic items of that like? Or would I know that like I'd more likely find something like that like from somebody offloading at the docks,
Yeah.
and maybe you catch them there?
I would say it's, there's a lot of grifters who will gladly tell you something will be magical to
Mhm.
get it off. I'd say again, with your somewhat limited to as far as the city itself, you're not sure exactly how to procure that,
Okay.
or if it's even available. Other than just it's something that there's a things. I would say growing up here, often you made, even when it came to weapons and whatever you could get and your mother could provide, it was very much what was available, what she could find, and you also know like those who do magic and have items, very few have like the ideal thing for what
Yeah.
they really need. It was because there is not a production here.
Yeah.
And because of that, looking for a particular thing is often not very useful.
Yeah,
but
it's a
go
make
on.
do with what you got.
I
or
need
what you
something
can
that
find.
kind of could possibly help me with this issue
Yeah.
type of situation.
Oh, yeah, then I wouldn't worry about it for the time being. Then, Ellie, was that all? Hellebrun, are you all ready to go see Saphira now? Did you get what you were? Was that all you needed, Ellie?
Oh yes, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you for entertaining me.
No, by all means. Hellebrun, did you?
I haven't really found what I've been looking for yet, but it doesn't seem that it's available yet. But I do think maybe we should head on over to Saphira's. Perhaps
Halbram, you feel a little pull at your pant leg.
look down.
You see this 3-foot, kind of red-skinned, long snout creature looking up with the black eyes. You recognize this, belonging to the kobold. And they've got this very, very fine suit tie put up and very shiny shoes. Like, sir, out of curiosity, can I just ask from what city have you recently come?
We've just come from Tosoa.
Oh, marvelous. I've heard great things about that place. I even heard tell that there was an expedition sent down there for someone to look into some nastiness along the river. Have you heard of that at all?
We have. Where have you heard this from?
Oh. Just someone who, just a friend of mine who had sent a little bird about something being delivered by just someone potentially matching your description.
Oh shit! This is the.
Anyway, should that be you, and he does this very practiced maneuver, producing a little card with a roughly drawn map of the beaded alley on it, and he kind of does 2 circles. He makes a red one, says this is here, and he makes a blue one, and this would be if you are the person in question who maybe has this items. This would be the people who are looking for it.
Take the card from him.
Very rare to see chromatics. But color is appreciated all around, as you can see, and good day. And turns and scuffles off rather quickly.
Well, that was weird.
Did you have arrangements for these things?
There might have been, but sometimes arrangements change. Perhaps we'll talk more about it where there are less likely to be overheard.
I think that's
Onward to Saphira's then.
All right. At this point, you've made your way about halfway down the beaded alley. So you could continue to go the rest of the way down, and then go back up into the tumble downs, or you go back the way you came and go down in. University Fires is more or less center, almost exactly where you are in the beaded alley to the tumble downs, but there's not a direct path between the two.
Okay.
Especially with a cart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we should keep going this way.
Yeah, just keep going the way we haven't. Instead of backtracking, just keep moving.
Have we crossed the river?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're between the two rivers, essentially. or the two streams.
Oh, right, because there's two rivers there. Okay. Yeah, if we would have to go all the way back out to the entrance, then I guess just keep going. And then if I can, I'm trying to find it. I don't see the break. Oh no, yeah, there it is. It's about equidistant. Yeah, so just keep going, I guess.
All right.
Because the larger road, I'm assuming I'd be able to go a little bit faster.
Yeah, you continue down using the larger to get to the main one of the main drags that go through the tumble downs, and it's an exit to the city, so it is more of a road than the beaded alley is. And one thing you do hear is a particular caller going, "Right here tonight, come and witness the fight of, well, the week at least. We have a big fight coming up. See the amazing Ignatius in his full glory taking on the favorite local challenger. Place your bets."
Oh, Berg, we have to go.
Is this right now?
Sometime tonight, and this is the morning.
Yeah, if you wanted to see the fight, we can come back tonight.
You know I always want to see a fight, Barrick.
Sparky usually the one in the fight, but that's fine. We can make a
I
change for
can't
once.
start fights in the city now, can I? So this is going to be the second best thing.
All right.
A local challenge.
Ellie Hellebrum, are you all right with that? Maybe some some levity, some drink.
That's fine.
I haven't really seen many
Coordinated brawls.
yes, exactly.
They can be entertaining from time to time. And if you've got the coin for it, you can sometimes win some. If you're a savvy bettor.
Spark, you said you've been in some of these before?
No. These are too...
Organized?
She works better with monsters where she can light them aflame.
Yeah, they tend to not like it if you cremate them at the end of it. Usually they like them to still be alive.
You know,
I don't much fight
being people and all.
folks. I don't much like to fight folks. Try and...
Maybe we want to head there early and see if it's like open and scout a spot and maybe get like a pre-drink, like a morning.
Ham, I love where you're at.
You're really into this sort of thing, huh?
Oh,
Fights and things.
Don't let
I think
Ham's
mostly the drinking as well.
don't let Ham's charms pull the wool over your eyes. Ham enjoys the brawls.
no, I like these ones because people don't die at them.
People
you know?
don't die. They nice. Everybody wants to be fighting, you know.
Yeah, it's like friends.
The fighters get paid.
I don't much care for the violence, but I'm perfectly happy to accompany you all to the show.
I think it'd be good fun.
As you go by, you do see there are two tents set up, and there seems to be, by each one, a person dressed seemingly in brawler's clothes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to
hand
check them out.
wraps. They're kind of practice it, and they each have their person kind of putting them up, and there is two by each one are somewhat gruff-looking dwarves. They actually look almost like identical twins, one at each tent, and they're kind of taking bets, and a few people are coming up and making bets here and there. And there's like you can see there's some exchanges for extra kind of maybe reserved spots or the like. But real quick for Jackie, for your veiled threats there, we'll give you DM inspiration from Frostra. But yeah, that's what you kind of see that happen.
Yeah, I want to go scout out the fighters. Maybe talk to them a little bit. Decide how to hedge my bets here.
All right. You'll get to the right. The fighter on the right, it looks about a 7.5 foot tall Goliath. Doing a very a mixture of punches mixed with kicks and kind of just almost sometimes practicing knee grab what looks like grabbing a knee a head to a knee, and there's some watermelons every once in a while. Grabs a watermelon and just smashes it on his knee.
So like a Muay Thai style.
Crowd. Yeah, and then starts kind of giving it out to like some of the little kids. And all right, y'all eat there, and
I like
on the
that
up-
one.
on the other side, Mark, why don't you describe?
Okay, so I will also post the picture in chat and Discord. So you see a short, well, can't be short for a halfling, but he's 3'6", very muscular. He has wild light brown hair. And the most noticeable thing about him is that his arms, hands, and body are completely covered in tattoos. And he stands there, and he's kind of shadow boxing, stretching himself out. You see a small little furry creature off to the side that kind of has a towel and a glass of water. Also standing with them is a tall human.
I like that one.
Oh, he's not gonna hurt that little fella, is he? Is he gonna be all right?
Let's see.
I
There.
kind of think he is
Ellie.
gonna hurt that little fella. In fact, I think I'm gonna bet on it.
Ignatius is the local, like the challenger or the defending
Ignatius would be the challenger.
challenger. Okay.
And
Yeah.
he's fast. He'll be able to sweep under that Goliath's
Oh.
feet. Easy peasy.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
I'm gonna put 20 on the big guy.
All
What
right.
is the big guy's name?
Go
I
ahead,
don't know,
Mark.
but you
Would I
gonna
know?
take that little guy and smash him over his knee like a watermelon.
He goes by the name of Drago.
Drago. He must break you.
At the end of this, we
That's
can
right.
nickname that one watermelon.
But you can mark off your 20 gold as the dwarf near them goes, very good name. Do you-
I think he wants your name. Did you say name?
yeah, name. 20 gold on Drago. Name.
Oh, Spark.
Yeah.
Spark.
There you go.
There you go. Very good.
Sorry, I got so excited about seeing a little dude get snapped in half, I forgot my name.
Kind of puts off and goes 20 gold and gives you a red coin that has a large D on it with a dragon wrapped around it, kind of like a red cent essentially, and goes.
Do you have autographs of Drago?
You can talk to Dago, and there's this, and really coming up is a goes. You hear a voice. This person stands about 2 feet tall. There's a goblin of skin and just almost wearing animal hides. I train Drago myself. You want autograph?
Can I take my 20 gold back off him?
The dwarf goes, "That's a fine though."
Did
Can
you
you
teach him
introduce us?
everything you know, or did he learn somewhere else, or kind of like, what's the situation here? No, that's fine. You don't have to answer. I don't think I'm getting my 20 gold back.
As you say
all
that,
right.
this goblin in hides just runs up and smacks your knees. And I need you to make a strength save.
Oh, no.
Because I'm so good at strength, everybody.
And that's how Spark died.
4. So first of all, you're going to go ahead and take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Can I react with shield at all?
This was surprise.
Okay, fair enough.
And by the way, they got a 23 to hit.
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
And you find yourself fall down flat on your back, and they just kind of quickly hop over your head, very purposely releasing just the wettest fart they can muster.
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh!
there you go. Going, yeah,
Joke's on them.
that's right. I taught them. You got a problem?
Can I ignite the fumes there, or just like?
I am just guffawing.
It could be your turn. Yeah, you can do so if you really want to.
I don't like the way you said that. It's fine. It's fine.
Bark, that'll teach you to run your mouth. And I help her up.
All right.
And then, like, as I get down to help her up, I smell it, and I just, oof. I press digitation, the smell away.
All right.
Okay, we can all agree though that that big guy ain't gonna smack someone in the knee, and that's a more little guy thing.
Mm-mm.
It's fine. I wasn't that attached to the gold anyway. I just thought.
It's not a sure thing. You still may win yet.
It's all right. We don't have to talk about it.
Now, if you bet on both of them, you're sure to win something.
That's not how that works, Ham. You
I'm
just
saying.
break even at that point. You might as well
Yeah.
not hit bet.
But you'd get something back, at least. It's okay. You don't have to. I don't bet, but
All right.
You could always lose twice if it's a draw.
Is there any other interactions you want to have here?
oh, I just want to go up to the shorter one and say, "Hello, I'm Ham." So this is to Ignatius. If I can go talk to him.
Ignatius turns and kind of cracks his knuckles and looks up and what does that Ignatius see?
Oh, Ignatius sees a taller humanoid, but with a golden halo above their head, blonde hair about shoulder length, and in shiny black silver armor with white clothes kind of underneath of it, and a little dragon familiar around her neck. And she's gonna say, "Hi, I'm Ham. I think you're gonna do really good tonight."
Oh yeah! Ignatius is gonna rock this.
I knew it. If I was a betting person, I'd bet on you, but I don't do that.
Well, that would be the right bet. I'm telling you, all the way to the top. I'll see you after. I gotta get back. Ooh yeah!
Oh, yeah, you got this. Good luck.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Nice to talk to you, watermelon.
Right.
That's it.
Well, let's get on over. All aboard.
I'm real excited for tonight.
And I get everybody shuffled back on and start continuing the trek to Sapphira's.
Yep. Just keep going. We'll be back though.
Absolutely. So you continue past and you cross over another bridge here that leads you away from the center area where the fight will take place later. And as you pass by here, you begin to just take sight over in the neighboring district on the other side of the beaded alley, away from the tumble downs, the area that Barrick has let you know is the Crescents. You see one statue that has a large jeweled crescent moon on. So the Crescents get their names from, kind of denoting the type of people who may frequent the place. And it's quite beautiful as it reflects the sun. And much like a lot here, the architecture then adds light all over the city, giving it, again, this amazing feel. And going to the Beatty Alley, there are all types of entertainments here. You could say for the spirit and for the flesh and for all types of appetites. Many things move down this alley. And soon, as you allow it to curl around, get on the kind of the more outer rim of it, as you begin taking a few side roads down in order to fully get into the main road. You do end up passing by the just the beginning of the more humble residential district. This mostly brick. Kind of stands out as like the local place, like the everyday person who might work somewhere. Very little trade, just mostly kind of streets empty at this point as people are out to work. But the road here does widen, allowing you to begin to get a faster pace. This is more mainland travel, and the road takes you off to the shore. But in the crossroads here, there is a notice board. They are able to see two things of many things. Another advertisement for the fight. And you do hear some people, a lot of people seem to wanting to bet upon Ignatius, or kind of being encouraged to. And there's also a notice here indicating looking work for the procurement of certain fruits and herbs from the wilds. Someone's looking for what they call treasure hunters, who are interested in renown and fame, and we're being guaranteed none, and seller not responsible for untimely death. But says great reward! Exclamation mark.
The Barrick and said, Barrick, we gotta get that one. I was a treasure hunter.
That's not something you've mentioned, Ham.
Well, you don't know everything about everyone, Barrick. You can call.
I never claimed to, neither.
And as far as work, there's a third notice looking for those who wish to procure strange and wondrous things from far and wide.
That one sounds nice.
What's it say?
It says strange and wonderful things from far away.
Oh, Spark, what do you think the difference between that one and treasure hunting is? They seem kind of in the same vein.
They do, but this one mentions specifically that they're from far away. And technically a treasure could be from right up the street.
Spark's right. I'm kind of on board for far travel.
I like Ellie.
Well, I mean, the way I see it, treasure is usually like underground, and other things are usually like not underground.
That's true. Other things are usually not underground. You got a very good point there, Hen. Except for if it's like vegetables, like potatoes, roots of plants, they go underground. Voles, other animals like that. But other than that, pretty much just treasure.
Yeah. That's
Spark, ain't no need to be such a smartass.
I was agreeing with him. I don't know what you got be.
Maybe we should just keep both in mind, and after the fight tonight, we can decide if we're going to pick
Sounds
one.
like a good plan.
Can I take it? Can I take the poster?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Oh,
No one's stopping you.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
I'll take all of them, Ham.
I want to take something off the wall too. I don't know what it is, but I'm taking it.
Take all of it.
And there is a fourth one that does have the symbol of the Concord on it, and just says looking for security for the Crescents.
What's that one say?
Says
Security
looking
for
security. Oh my!
the
I can't read.
Crescents.
We can do that.
I
Yeah,
thought you
take
just said
it.
you wanted to go far and wide, Ellie.
I like a lot of things.
I think we should take all of them and decide later.
Okay.
So,
Hopefully, there's other like repeat flyers
I
behind.
hope not, because I'm gonna take fucking all of them.
yeah, there's that repeat. It is just this. And you
Don't have little
Take
things you can rip off for the
the-
phone number.
just gotta move and gotta look, and you move on down. And with this, you're able to walk along the shore, and it is beautiful. The waters here are almost crystal clear. The salt wafting up. And as you're taking the path closest to the shore here, there's people enjoying the beach, vacationers, and people. There's even like some various people selling what seems to be ice cream along with chocolates and various sweets. And just various a few alcohol stalls here and there along the beach. But if you
Oh, wow.
continue,
Look at the beach. We had a friend who always wanted to see the beach. She used to talk about it a lot.
Oh,
Did she
what
leave in
was
the
her
middle of the
name?
night?
Zara, actually. Yeah,
So-
she did.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, track record wise, if you mention an old friend and I say, did they leave in the middle of the night? I think my chances of success are pretty high.
Well,
based on
actually-
what I'm hearing.
Mike left in the middle of the day, so
Gotcha.
Are we close to this place that we're going?
you continue, and so this making your way back into the Tumble Nouns. This would be This gonna be about a good 4 hours moving around the city here. It's very large. Your movement was slowed, and you basically did a very large. Like about the way that this ended to work out for you.
It's fine.
But it gets very tight as you turn off the main road. You start to go on either side of the cart because it almost scrapes some of the houses on either side of the road. And you have to keep the horses very, very straight and drawn to move to the side of the tumble downs that's closest to the beaded alley, which is more of the less desirable area off the main road. And as you turn a corner, there does start to be a little bit more excitement. Here on the streets, you see various people eating soup. A few people walking out of the only building around that looks like it's cleaned on any type of regular basis. Like the outside walls have been washed at least sometime in the last 2 years, unlike every other building around it. That just has gunk and almost like sea moss growing off. And here in kind of surprisingly well engraving, very simply above the door just says Sapphira's. And some people walking out, you see having like a little berry. However, you recognize this as a good berry on site, and they kind of put it in their pocket. And they others have soup and bread. Like kind of, it's almost like outdoor eating, but everyone's just sitting in the middle of the street, and they kind of look and slowly, begrudgingly kind of make way for the cart. They
Yeah,
start
I
to
hate
sit
his stupid car
next.
too.
And there's almost no space between any of the buildings here. And the other funny thing about this is it does seem like there's some newer construction, if you could call it that, newer pieces of junk made to make maybe a few floors above. And you hear some shouting and some, come on, get your foods from the inside. And Barrick, you recognize the voice of your mother.
Oh God.
Spark, if your memory seems to forget you, we didn't go out with the cart. Mike asked us to go check on these folks, and then we got the cart. It's not my cart. It's a mine by appropriation, but that's the extent of it.
I can still hate it.
I think to Enbar, like, just keep an eye on things. Like, let me know if anybody like approaches the cart that you don't like. Well, Helibrum, this here's Sapphira's. Ellie.
See, this is why I want to stop at a tavern, because I hear your mama inside, and I told you I wanted to have a drink on hand beforehand.
We
Now,
just
here we
walked
are.
through the entire beaded alley. You could have damn well gotten yourself a drink, Spark.
You're right, I could have in the 10 hours it took us to get here because yo damn cart.
So all I'm hearing is excuses on your end then. You had plenty of time.
I'm gonna let you off.
I head
Barrick.
toward the building.
What are we doing here?
Barrick, it'll be safe to leave the car unattended, right?
Definitely not.
Oh, I can stay with the cart. I don't mind.
I mean,
It's
Enbar will
just-
keep an eye on it as best he can.
He is a horse, though. I do want to.
Yeah.
No offense to Embar.
Oh, I'll just stay. It's no problem. I don't know what we're doing here, but I can.
I'd
stay
rather
outside.
Barrick stay if anybody's gonna stay behind.
But isn't his mother in there?
Yeah, fine. You're right. That's an excellent point, Helibrum. I'll stay back here with Ham and watch the cart.
We'll have a
Alright.
good time out here.
But yeah, me and Ham.
All right, so Ham and Spark, you stay outside. And,
Tell your mama I wish I could come in, but I gotta watch the cart.
Oh, Bert,
Yeah.
your mama's here. Oh, I'm going in. Sorry, Spark. I'm sorry. I got a little confused. Where
You
we're going.
got okay? No, that's fine.
Here. I'll take my familiar. They'll stay with you, okay?
Does it have to?
I think you'll really like them.
Great, yeah. This is gonna go good. I'm so good with animals.
Well,
Hardly ever.
Go ahead and tell Spark their name again. I don't think they remember.
Oh, this is Bob.
Like a sheep?
Yeah, like a sheep.
It looks like a sheep. I can see why you would name your dragon Ba.
That's what I mean. It told me its name, but
Oh,
here,
of course it did.
it will stay with you, okay?
Fantastic.
Wait till you meet Ham's dog named Mutt.
It's gonna be a T-Rex.
The three of them together, you just call out her god, and she comes a running.
All right. So then, Barak, Helbrum, Ham, and Vera, you all go into Sapphira's. Here, it is a place that seems to try to be clean despite itself, despite the people who constantly are attempting to get in. It looks like whoever decorated this had ideas of people wanting to maybe even better themselves by books, as there is a surprising amount of books kind of lining the ceiling, almost put in as like a molding. and there's these bookshelves all about 7 feet high, with ladders that one could climb up and get it, but looking like, if ever taken out, definitely not taken out in the last 3 years, as it's just kind of overgrown and a little moldy from some of the sea air that's come in this kind of more dark and damp place. And there is a kind of a mustier smell, though. There's an expectation you have as you come through the creaking floors of this very all dark wood that you would expect to smell piss, but it's not. It's clean. Someone obviously takes care of this, even though it's wet and sweaty, and the people here don't have opportunity to bathe or resources to. What gets your line right here is you do see a woman who seems to be in charge, ordering a bunch of people around. Immediately, if you're looking for someone who would be Barrick's mother, it would be her. As she starts telling people what to do, and her eyes just catch Barrick's.
Oh, I know that Mike didn't send you wrong now, did he?
Hey, Mama.
Where's that youngin'? She didn't cremate nothing, did she?
No, I was able to hold her back at least that much. She's outside. We came into custody of a cart. She's watching the goods that we had to bring back.
Mm-hmm. And I see you found his friends.
Uh,
Hold on a second. You put that down. It don't go there. What'd you say, honey?
Unfortunately, not all of them, but these ones we were able to get out safely.
Well, welcome. Now,
Mama, this is Ellie and Hellebrum.
Hellebrum. Hi, sweetie.
It's nice to meet
Hello?
you.
Ellie.
Ellie. Well, it's nice to meet you. Spark, don't you be done on out there? Watch how things do back, and then I'll be able. Okay.
Spark is gonna look at the little dragon and say, "This is exactly why I didn't want to go in there."
It'll go curl up on your lap.
This is a real nice place you have here.
Oh, sweetheart, this isn't mine. This is Sapphira's.
Is Sapphira here?
Oh, she's just taking a little break in the back. She'll be out in a little bit.
All right.
Now, I can't get you anything to eat.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right. How about you, honey? Hellebrum?
Oh, well, we haven't eaten since this morning. I don't know if anyone else is hungry.
I get you
Anyway.
some soup. You just sit. Bear, be useful and go get some more bowls. God, you think
I do as much.
You get served, and I'd say, Vera, the one thing that kind of puts out, there's someone here that isn't eating but has a kind of standing in the corner. Looks like a half elven gentleman. What kind of gets you is just how clean they are. And kind of well kept, and they're just kind of leaning in the corner, looking around, but you not really paying much attention to all of you, but just kind of looking, kind of past the counters more into the back area, and just kind of tapping their hand against a wall. And just with your background, it just strike immediately, kind of, you just notice it.
I'm going to make my way over there. Still, I got my veil on. And just kind of make my way closer to that area. Well, hi there. And I kind of keep my face away from this person.
Kind of nods, goes, "Oh, good day. Be well."
Thank you. Do you I'm new in town. Do you work here or own the place or?
Maybe a little bit. I have a meeting I am waiting for.
It's a nice accent you have. Whereabouts are you from?
I am. Why you ask questions?
Oh, I apologize. I'm just an old woman. I don't have a lot of people to talk to anymore, except for
I
my
see
aunt.
why. I'd like my space, please.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm gonna see if I can sneak into the back areas of this place.
Make a stealth check.
As I was getting the bowls and grabbing utensils and whatnot, I was prestidigitating the books to at least get the outside grime off of them.
Absolutely.
Oh, Ham is completely distracted by the books. As always.
Natural 20. 31.
Bear is gone.
Oh,
So quickly, you kind of make yourself low and keeping through the crowd, just kind of below everyone's waistline. You're able just to maneuver and then stand up when there's those who are taller. And just as someone, just by the look of them, looks like must be one of Barrick's siblings rushes out with more food, you kind of dart in. And you see a woman in the back, blonde hair, just looking out of place. They're wearing this blue dress that looks like it must have been amazing 20 years ago. But for best efforts has seen probably work every day since it was bought. But starched, well kept, as well as one could keep it. But used very, very, very thin. So much so that you see there's almost bandages wrapped around this woman's more sensitive areas as some of it kind of sees through into skin. But a posture of proudness, of education, almost though that they had gone to finishing school. They just very straight, and the way their movements are refined. Even the way they clean, not as someone who cares about looking appropriate while cleaning, or at least was trained to look more appropriate while cleaning, rather than the best technique. And they kind of do that, and they are. You turn around and you see a woman who, just face drawn, hard work, not a lot of self-care. Eyes
Matt.
from a gentleman you knew very well.
Okay. I'm going to, I assume with a nat 20 stealth, I can take out this 10, put it on, and take my potions. Is that correct?
So there's a total of five tins here. And I'd say in a corner, you quickly put this on. And as you realize, this is makeup. And you put a foundation on and some other elements here. And you drink both potions. Tunk, 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 tunk. And so both of these will give you +2 of the stats. And because you put all the makeup on, you have a +1 in charisma.
Okay.
An advantage on all social rolls.
Sapphira.
Who are you? And how'd you get back here? I don't know you. Are you looking for food, or you need a place to stay?
No. I came here to see you.
Well, a lot of people come and see me, usually for something. what'd you come see me for? A little. I don't know how may I address you. Have a few years on me, I can see, but I'm not any spring chicken myself. And kids
Well-
haven't done anything for this form of mine, so
You used to call me mother. I'm sorry.
I don't know who the hell sent you here.
I know.
You think it's funny?
No.
You do?
No.
Is this one of them? Is this that loafer outside? Thinking he gonna stir me up?
No. You're the one person I would never lie to. I know what
My mama is rotting.
I know. And I know you've probably heard horrible things about me. If you look, I didn't come here to argue with you.
No,
You're
you
free-
came to cause a woman pain.
No.
That's what you came here for.
No.
What they pay you? How much they pay you? Pay
You can
to
have
come
you can
work.
have every gold piece I have and everything in my sack. I don't care about money. You want it?
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. That's 8. But it's a +1, so it's a 9.
Don't you have advantage?
You
though?
have advantage.
I do?
Yeah,
Oh,
because of your
all
stuff.
social checks.
All charisma or social.
All
rolls.
social checks, yeah.
Okay. So that's a 23.
Let's go. That's way better than 9.
Every single person.
That's
is
more than
like,
double.
Sapphira, I don't have a lot of time to talk to you before I'm gone again. So please listen to me. A long time ago, a horrible person did a horrible thing. And they blamed me for a lot of those horrible things. And I made some mistakes when I was a kid, and they came back to bite me. All I wanted to tell you,
mean like murdering my father? Oops! You don't think Nana told me?
I am responsible.
You're rotting. You know she died when I was 15.
I did something stupid when I was a kid. I didn't murder your father. But I did do something bad, and it came back and it killed him. Yes. But
What did you do?
I made enemies with somebody that I didn't know was. When I was young, I was very poor, and I did some stupid things, including trying to swindle people and trying to steal from people. And I always targeted the same types: the rich, the wealthy, the people who wouldn't even care. And this one person from Nicodranus came through, and I swindled him, and he came back with a vengeance. I spent 60 years in a cell, but not for things I did. Whatever you've heard, I don't know what you've heard, but it's not true. Not all of it. I'm not a great person, and I spend every day trying trying to change that. I keep hoping that I can do good things enough that people will start talking about them, and maybe one day you'll hear about them and you'll know that maybe I'm not such a bad person after all. But I can already feel this thing wearing off, and I just wanted you to know, while I'm still me, that I love you and I would never hurt you, and I will spend every day proving to you that I want a better life for you and for your children, my grandchildren. And you don't have to let me see them. I didn't come here for that. I just know that you're a good person. I hear good things about you, and that couldn't make. I'm just proud of you. I'm very proud of you, and I'm losing my words. I'm sorry. I'm not.
If you ain't lying, then stay upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
I'll decide if any of the children get to know who you are.
I agree. It should be your choice.
I don't know if I believe you or not.
That's fair.
But you don't get to be vanished and then just be here when you at your best.
I know.
Besides, everyone gets a room at Sapphira's. And she moves and grabs she goes to grab a rather plain key, and her hand kind of stops. And it moves far to the left, almost it moves into spider webs. She grabs out this key that has bright thread around it. Always just bright at a time. It's faded. She kind of grips it tight. You actually see just a little trickle of blood as the key kind of cut her a little bit from how tight she gripped it, and then kind of holds it. Here.
Oh, I'll take it.
Everyone gets a room at Sapphira's. Everyone. Always. So actually goes since I seen Nana. Right in you. But just know I made my mistakes too. But
not in my eyes.
I started this place, so Nana tells it you got into people who paid you a great deal of money because Daddy upset somebody. And you got paid off well for it. And look at you all dolled up. But
no.
I don't know what I believe, all right? Let's give me time. I'll figure you out. I figure everyone out who come in this place. But she described to me some mistakes, some decisions of desperation. So this place was so no one had to be desperate. That's what Sapphira's is here for. One place in this pleasure city. Wait, no one got to be desperate. So. Whatever's going to happen between you and me will happen, but don't you catch yourself being desperate, you hear?
All right.
Now. Make sure you get food. And you eat with everybody else who stay here for dinner. We don't allow people to stay. You can't sit down and have a meal with each other.
Okay.
Now, I gotta go do some, and you see her. Her eyes goes out as a kid. It's the door and meets the person who is in the corner. Eyes kind of see the person in the corner. Their eyes see hers. She's like, Takisa struck me dead. Guess I gotta go out that way now. Don't you worry. You see her go and approach the person in the corner. She leaves.
I wait for a bit, and then I also will leave.
All right. Kitchen. See. If you look on there, times in this conversation, the person kind of gets uncomfortably close, presses on her shoulder hard, clearly trying to intimidate her, speaking in rather hushed tones, but
Same guy?
intense. Same person.
He's dead. I go back out with where everybody else is.
All right. Let's still in the main room where everyone is hanging and Barrick was moving out. And anything y'all want to do in the room with Barrick's mother is going. And of course, you know her, kind of know what's up, but you know it's Sapphira's business. Not Barrick, but Mama. And anything anybody wants to do?
Get some.
This is really good soup.
You all right?
No, we are not all right, Jackie.
I 100%.
Jackie, that was so
That
sad.
was good tea.
I'm sorry, but it was.
Oh man.
Mama, is Fargrim out on a mission right now?
He better be.
Well, when Mike came through asking for me and Sparks' help, he was he gone already? Am I forgetting? Where did you send him off to again?
Oh, Lordy, child, I send you off somewhere else every day. Last I heard, he was out in the fields making sure the animals were safe.
All right. Hello, where did you want those goods to go?
Well, the thing about those, is the shady guy still in the corner and everything?
Oh yeah, this is there's a back and forth.
Eh.
I would say, if just for the purposes of you getting to roleplay, I'll resolve that for you. It goes back and forth a little bit, and I would say, I know, you're watching this very closely. I don't know how close anyone else should be watching this, but you see him lean in very closely, lips nearly touching her ear. And he says something, and she backs up, goes to push him, and he, in one movement, grabs both her wrists, slaps her across the face, lets her go, and he just goes, "You don't have time for that."
I jump up immediately.
And she
rush over.
runs out of the door.
The child's sick.
She's gone. She just
No, I was saying
Oh.
it's her.
to back, and very unceremoniously he moves. She runs one direction. He just walks quickly the other.
I wanna
Mama,
follow
what
him.
was that?
Sapphira, where are you?
Let's go. Let's go.
Honey child, you know there are people here that you don't mess with in the open. You take care of them behind closed doors. Don't be putting on your back.
She's right.
Now look,
Okay.
you know I've been able to avoid certain types. Sapphira hasn't been as lucky.
When Sapphira runs by, because I'm sitting outside,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna ask her if she needs help.
Did you run out the front or the back?
Front.
Okay.
Spark. Yeah, I need to find Clarice now.
Shit, alright! Barrick, let's go!
Come on, get out.
Yep. We'll be by the house later.
Mhm.
And
Don't worry about it. I'll send someone to get the cart. Go.
all right.
All right.
I run outside. I
I'm
cast.
assuming Vera and
Um,
Ham are following us.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know.
I was probably already gone, actually.
I'm so sorry, Molly. I thought maybe
It's
they would have
okay.
just let her go, and then I'm like, oh crap, I just started something.
I'm just I'm hoping that I'm just going to put the trust in it because Barrick seems like a trustworthy person from Hellebrum's point of view, and I feel like Hellebrum would adjacently trust his mother.
All right. So, I mean, I think, Helbram, you'd be aware of anyone watching or not watching the cart, I think.
Okay.
So the one watching the cart has run off with Sapphira.
So I cast speak with animals as I'm running out, and I yell to Chestnut, "Stay here with the cart. Mama will take you home." And I release Enbar and I hop aboard, hop atop him, and follow, or head towards where Spark was running because I'm assuming Spark went running after.
Hello, I'm gonna level with you. I did not need to keep an eye on that cart. It will be fine without me. I just didn't want to deal with the whole fiasco of Barrick's mama.
I heard that, child.
Spark is just running.
Eldred,
Spark runs a little quicker.
So who is running here? Everyone or anyone staying behind? No? Okay.
We're running after Sapphira?
Sapphira.
Yeah.
Sapphira? Sorry. Okay.
I'm sure Spark would know, but I'm assuming we're looking for her kid.
This would be her daughter.
Okay, yeah.
And I will definitely say, seeing that this is very important to Vera / Ellie, Hellebrum would definitely be going with.
I would catch up to Sapphira and just pull her up onto Enbar with me and just ask her where we're going.
Hey. I don't know where she is. He said he gave her. We gotta find her. She'd
Gave
be
her
in the
what?
alley somewhere. I don't think she'd be out the tumble downs.
Okay. So then just on
Spark, you
Enbar.
say that, she's like, she gave her suit. He gave her suit.
I don't want to, but should we split up?
We should split up, cover as much ground as possible, find the child.
She, in a kind of quick, she goes, oh, man, that's good for something. And she puts her hand, and you see there's an image of a girl who looks almost a spitting image of Vera, but younger. Though wrinkles around the eyes, like the eyes are sunken in the same way Vera's are, despite this youth.
I knew you looked familiar, Ellie.
And then she goes, "That's who we must find." Now,
What we talking for?
Okay,
Spark's gonna
I have a
split off in
question.
the other direction.
I have a question, Matt. I've seen her and I know Vera. Can I cast sending to the child? This is I need to be familiar with him.
you got a name, yeah? Yeah, I'll let you do
Oh
that.
shit!
Okay,
I have
I'm gonna
message.
cast. I'm gonna
Oh, I
cast
have-
sending. I'm gonna say, "Hi, I'm Ham. I'm a friend of your mom. We seem to have lost you. Where are you? We are coming to help."
Roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
We're seeing if she can talk through the suit.
So it's a
I'm so
natural
sorry that I already ran
one. It's a 15.
A 15. Okay. Sephiroth. See. Corner. Red and blue. And you recognize the way the spell ends here as someone who just lost consciousness.
Okay. Okay. I was able to reach out. She just lost consciousness, but she said Sephiroth in a corner. Well, and then something blues.
But he said, you know what? I have absolute confidence that I am going to.
Does that help?
Okay, I heard the word confidence is in someone's background and it's very loud. Sorry.
Did everyone hear what I said?
Could you repeat?
So I made contact with the child. They said Sephiroth and in a corner, and I couldn't quite make out the last part that they said. Sounded like they were losing consciousness.
Okay.
You said something blue?
Something. That's what it sounds like.
Does it ring a bell? What do you think? Where would they be?
Does it ring a bell to me?
Well,
Well, I would say you give what information you can. Somebody here may make. We're going to say this is a history check for the tumble down. So one of the people native here may make a which as long as you grew up here.
Spark ran away. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, are you sure? I can. I
Information in the chat.
And you may roll with it.
have a plus. I have a plus 6,
inspiration.
Barrick, but you can do it if you want. You have inspiration.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Okay, that's a 22.
22.
Oh, dang it, I forgot guidance. Shit. I suck.
I think we're
being a
okay.
cleric.
22. I would say with a 22, the most of it would have given you down to like 5, but with a 22, there are 2 places this could be. And the reason why there's 2 is it's almost here there were 2 families that kind of got so big they had to make their own area, and so they built identical alleys. kind of between everything, and so you realize the blue and the things there. It's one of two places.
I tell him, Hellebrun and Jackie, or Ellie, are you? Are you guys with us?
Yeah.
We're all here.
Yeah.
I send, I have to send Ham because Ham would know the way. So I send Ham with Hellebrun and Spark, and I assume Jackie would come with me, and I start heading towards the other one.
I don't know if Spark's around.
Okay, well,
Just for the sake of moving quickly, I'm going to hope that Ham can ride a horse, and I'm going to wild shape into a horse, and you're going to take me where we're going.
Okay. I've ridden horses before. I don't have like.
If you see me on the way, pick me up.
Before I turn into a horse, I'll just say, tug my mane on which direction you need me to go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll do my
All
best.
right. So you're going that way, and Barrick, you're grabbing Sapphira and heading the other. Vero, who are you with?
Me, I think I was with Barrick.
Okay. Barrick for your Sapphira.
Unless Saphira doesn't want me to be there.
Sapphira. You don't think she's aware you're there. Her
Okay.
brain isn't super perceptive right now.
yeah, it's Ham head here with Hellebrun and Ellie. Let's go. Follow me. And I
Okay.
just take
Right, so-
off with Sapphira.
Two groups quickly move and split. And each of you take roughly. So this is actually going to matter a lot as to the condition here. So I need. This is going to be a survival check for one person from each party here.
I will make it.
Me or you? Okay. Guidance. Can I guidance her?
Yeah.
Add a
Um,
D4 to that motherfucker. I remembered.
I'll do it if that's all right.
Sure.
Okay, that's terrible. That's an 8.
But you have inspiration, right?
Used it before.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I rolled a nat 17, so plus 3, that makes a 20, plus 2, so 22.
22.
I also have a plus 3, but RIP dice.
Hopefully we're going to the right house.
So you begin moving, and just the way you're handling yourself, you're moving, and you have this information. You got information, kind of got a rough location, and you're darting in between, and you just start to see what seems like common signs of things that don't go well. Larger scent of refuse, different places. And you turn a corner, and you see a girl matching what was shown to you, unconscious.
Oh, me and Hellebrun.
Mm-hmm. So you got there very, very quickly. The rest of you, it'll be another minute before you realize you've gone the wrong way.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off Hellebrun and run to the child.
I'm going to immediately look around. Actually, never mind. Scratch that. I'm going to go to her and I'm going to medicine check her.
Okay, so you both run. Are you doing
Please tell me you're
anything?
doing it as a horse.
Um,
No, I was
I'm just gonna cast Lesser Restoration on her. I don't want to waste any time dealing with medicine checks. I'm just gonna pop it right in.
All right. So make your medicine check while she casts Lesser Restoration.
11 plus 6, so 17.
Okay. Well, I want to just check some exact text here.
I hope I didn't accidentally just fuck something up.
No, you're all good. I wanted
No, it
to-
was a good go-to.
Okay.
You would know what Sood is.
I did have to Google it though.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
It's a drug.
Not everyone would know
Oh, no?
necessarily. No, it's not. It's not something unless you're a person who would delve into that. You might know. Precisely,
Okay.
Oh, him definitely doesn't know.
no. It's not a. The medicine check. I would say a few things you get from your 17. One, that this individual is essentially has 5 levels of exhaustion. You see there's blue, red, and yellow almost fibers around their nose and around their lips. Lips are heavily dyed those colors, almost like in a rainbow. Very little color in their face. Eyes milky. Pupils almost taken up, so there's only a very, very thin iris around them. And you suddenly expect to see the eyes close, as just from your check, whatever is in their system, you don't know how to stop when Ham's hands hit. And why don't you describe the spell for us, Ham?
It just looks like almost sunshine, but it's more silvery, and it just goes into her body, and then it's kind of like a heartbeat, and the golden aura kind of goes all the way around her. Like a heartbeat.
So that moves. Visually, she doesn't change. At least not around her face. You just see her veins that were almost looking like bloated, like they were going to burst, just recede a little bit. This person is in very, very bad shape. They're like a balloon that was set to burst, and the tiniest bit of pressure has been relieved, enough to buy at least an hour. But they are in a bad way.
Helbram, what do we do?
I don't know. I've never had to treat something like this. I don't even know where to begin. I could use healing magic, but I don't know if that would do anything.
I'm just gonna cast Spare the Dying.
I'm gonna give Spare the Dying here. You don't think would work, and the reason I'm bringing something really quickly up is Helbram making nature check for me, given your background.
Ooh, 19.
Okay. I want to be fair here. You see that there are this person's hand, left hand, is in a bag. And it's filled with various colors of this kind of, it's almost like a root, similar to tobacco, but just kind of like harder and flammable. And there's various colors like mixed together. And they're grasping them. And you look at that, and the nature's enough. You've not seen this before, but you are aware that it is reactive to magic.
We should get her back to Mama.
Ooh. I think that's the best thing we can do. I think we've stabilized her for a small bit of time. This will react with whatever magic we do, so I don't know if it will be for good or bad.
Okay. Okay, yeah, maybe herbal remedies might be best for now then.
As they are where they are, I'd say at this point, the rest of you have been able to kind of turn and come back. Barrick, you seeing this first, I'm going to give you that, knowing a few of them, you get that either this person is good or she isn't. Having traveled with these two, you know, like they're okay for now or they're gone.
Okay.
But you're in a position where you get to decide if everybody else who's riding with you gets to see this. So either you go into that or you just kind of avert them from being able to see the situation. It's up to you.
No, I would go there, yelling for people to get out of the way and like prestidigitating like a noise to try to get people's attention just to move them. And when I pull up to him, is she all right?
No, we need to get her to Mama.
Hand it to her.
What's wrong with her?
Spyra is off the horse and next to her.
I am too. What's wrong? What's wrong with her?
I gotta get her to Mama.
She ain't
Ham,
never been
hand it
this
to me.
bad. We do got to get her back now.
Is
I
she?
lift her up and hand her over to
I
Henry.
grab her.
Is it a
and-
disease?
I don't know. Very
I have-
grab her and pull.
I have a necklace. It protects against disease. Would it help?
It ain't a disease. It's a drug. She
I pull-
overdosed.
I pull Sapphira and her daughter up on, and I just gallop back towards Sapphira's to try to get to my mom.
Be careful with the magic. Helbram said that the arm is reactive to magic. We don't understand it yet, but
I booked it, so if you said
As
that,
you're
it was-
booking, I think real quick, so I does see the bag. She's like, "Get that bag off the street, so someone kills themselves."
I'm gonna shove it in my bag. I guess.
Bag within a bag. Inception. Exception.
Spark will go light it on fire. Don't worry.
All right.
I don't know if that's a safe idea, though. It reacts to magic, lighting it on fire.
That's why it's going to light on fire.
Maybe if it's just
With
regular
your-
fire.
with that, you do know that some of it is about inhaling the smoke. It might not be the smartest thing to do, I would say. Oh, bro. But you easy enough able to make it back to Sapphira's. There's a space upstairs where they're brought. Brock, your mom begins bringing up well, if you are around, you may react.
Sapphira, she's overdosed, Mama. Halibram said something about magic being bad for it.
You're muted.
Am I?
No,
So
you're
I carry
not.
her upstairs.
No, my sound just went out. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think I got it now.
All right, so you see Spyra in an absolute state of shock. Usually she would know what to do. She just is not quite herself.
So, knowing what I know from the background, I'm assuming I would have a potion of greater resto.
Not that high level necessarily.
Not that high level. Okay. So I got to whip up some herbs and the equivalent to try to counteract a toxin, basically, though.
You could definitely begin doing that.
That is what I'll do.
So begin doing that. Let's go ahead and make a modifier 7 check for her herbalism.
Modifier 7.
Yep, I think that's fair.
Let me find dice.
I think you said we had an inspiration in the chat. Can use it.
What?
I think there was a inspiration in the chat.
I did.
I think
earlier,
it
so I
got
don't know if there's
used,
an
I
additional.
believe. I think unless someone
Oh,
can say
really?
they're the ones burying it, because I assigned it when it got used.
Oh, damn it. I just want you to do really good. Oh, guidance. Can I guide
It
him?
was Vera.
I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's what, a D4 on top of it?
Yeah.
Did him
Plus
make it back
7?
with us or no?
Plus 7,
Oh, I assume
25.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you see, at some point, Spar's becoming to her senses. Kind of looks at everyone. Back, get water. You know what to do. Come on, woman. Looks at you, Vera. We need water and cooling. Need to cool her down.
Okay. And I go to help do that.
And through this, in the tea, Jackie, I need you to roll a d20, and you do not want 3 or lower.
Oh,
All right.
alrighty.
No pressure, Jackie.
Good odds. Good odds.
Natural 20.
Thank God the dice are nice.
You saved your grandbaby.
With all this and the teas and the herbalism come, and consciousness doesn't return, but breath does. And Sphira looks, Sphira sees, well, gods must be with us. I ain't never see someone recover that well. I don't know when she'll wake up, but I ain't only seen that condition end in death.
Not this time.
All right, leave him alone. Everybody out.
She bends over real quick and just says,
No, honey, you stay.
I'm so
Miss
sorry.
Ellie, she might need some help. Why don't you stay too, honey? The rest of you, out. Now.
Y'all better go.
I was gone with the first out.
Barrett
Mark
knows
is
better.
wandering around in a panic outside somewhere, so
You just hear Sapphire goes, I'm so sorry I did this to you. And she kind of takes both her hands and holds them tight. Just
Yeah, I would go outside and set off like a prestidigitation spark firework that she knows is my signal to let her know where I'm at. Since I'm like, where the hell did Spark
Spark.
go? Spark ran off and then never showed up. So
I was looking.
and we split up for hunts sometimes. So I'm sending off our previously established flare.
Great. I'll head
All
that
right.
way.
So we will take this moment to take our 10-minute break, and we will return. And I'll say that we want to think what I would like to do here is we want to get to a holding point in this drama and move on to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're going to want to do. So I would give it, when we come back, let's do a max of 15, wrapping this part up and get to the fight if everyone is cool with that.
Sure.
And we'll see you at 9:55 EST.
Talk about an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Hardly.
I did it, Jackie. I switched it to my sweatshirt, and
All
then
right.
I'm gonna switch back out of it because I'm gonna get
Yeah.
hot after like half an hour.
I'm glad I can control the AC with my phone. That's nice because I can kind of adapt it from here.
I don't touch my father's AC. I just turn my fan up and I hope that it kicks on. I mean, he keeps it at like 74, so it's not like it's hot. I sometimes have to like change into shorts out of jeans.
We don't have air conditioning.
Oh no.
We don't have central air. We run on oil.
Gotcha.
So it's either neutral, hot, or sweltering.
We don't have AC either. Yeah.
Molly, that sounds exactly like where you're from when I lived there.
Yeah.
Neutral, hot, or sweltering. It don't snow over there?
The oil. It's
When you live
every house there.
basically when you live in a house with oil and not central heating, that's all there is. It's neutral and up.
You know, we're obviously on Twitch, so I was trying to be careful. All right. Where are we? Right about back.
These rolls tonight have been.
What was the daughter's name? Because I missed that in the
Clarice.
hullabaloo. Clarice.
Clarice.
We're all back, and let's do that for now.
I'm not in a rush. I'm thinking this is fantastic.
I feel really bad that we haven't gotten to you.
No, not at all. I'm over here crying with Vera and her mom, and it's fine. It's
No,
delightful.
No, but you're a player. We don't want you just being a Twitch audience member.
No, but I get to see myself. It's like watching Twitch, but also looking at yourself in the mirror. It's perfect. My ego loves this.
Is that why you're a bard?
100%. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right.
In real life, I'd be a peace cleric bard. I'm pretty sure.
So, in the room, dabbing her foreheads, Fyra, after a few minutes, kind of, ain't nothing more we're going to do. I think she'll, we ain't going to know nothing till tomorrow.
Sapphira, it sounds so strange calling you that. Who was that gentleman?
The wrong person to break my word to. And I did. And now she's suffered for it.
I strangely can relate to that.
You don't think for no reason why you got a key, do you? And what?
This person. Are they from Nicodranus?
I don't. I said person, I probably meant people. You ever heard Myriad?
Possibly.
I, after Nana, I just let's see, I did everything and everyone, huh? And eventually I just found myself with a lot of children. 15, in fact. And face down, nearly drowning in a quarter-inch of water. Because I couldn't control myself. So, I pulled myself together and did whatever wasn't what I was already doing. Because that had to be a way out. Well, I started helping people. And the Myriad took a notice. And gave me this place. As long as I kept helping people. With one exception, of course. That if anyone came with a description or a name that they would send me, I let them know. You see, they made the place where you can go if things are rough and down. Except from them. They made a little trap for people who try to run away from them. Let's just say I saw one extra tree planted too many along the river. And I stopped. Anyway, I may have seen him before, I don't know. He is a messenger. And to make their point, they had played off an old addiction of Clarice's.
I see.
Apparently, gave her more than anyone could hope for, and for her addict self, I ain't blame her. Things had been rough, but
So
life stuff, but
so in other words, they like to keep one of their people close.
yeah.
I'm not going to do anything to cause you harm. That I promise you. But I will do everything I can to get you out from under their hand.
You don't know what they are.
I don't care what they are. They don't know what I am.
What's the last thing you killed or last person you killed then?
Fair enough. Last person I killed, I stabbed in the neck. The back of the neck, to be more precise. He might have been a good person, I don't know, but he pulled a weapon out and threatened my friends. And I needed these friends in order to do what I need to do. And I killed him because I have this thing in my head where every time I need to kill somebody, I see the same face. The face of a man from Nicodranus. So I stabbed him in the neck. The person before that, I also stabbed in the neck. He might have been a good person. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But I do know that we needed to get through them. Before that, I was stabbing dwarves in the mines with a rapier sword. Used to stab them right through the eye. Every single one. So yes, I've killed, and I will never lie about that to you. I'm not a great person, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I am willing to do whatever it is necessary to protect your family. Whether I'm a part of it or not, I don't care.
I ain't no position to turn something down. But I need you to understand. That let's say, every those people you described to me, you killed that many more in the next 10 minutes. That wouldn't make the myriad bleed. Just piss him off enough to kill off this line.
In that case, I will give them no reason to believe that you and I are related.
Mama. Can't believe I'm even saying. Can't deny it, not in this room, not with the three of us. Huh? But don't be stupid. And I've been in this long enough to understand that. Don't think wrong of me. I just size people up. You're not all here. But your friends, they mostly here. Don't do something without them, or you're liable to kill more than you even know.
Maybe there's a way to do it without anybody dying at all.
All right. I ain't giving them another name. I ain't doing it.
You don't have to.
No, I don't, because I don't need to stay here any longer. Not on this plane. But I won't give them reason to hurt my kids either. But you show up, so you got a week. Or I'll do to myself what I need to do to myself, so they don't hurt my children.
Okay.
And that she leaves.
I think I would spend the rest of, until we have to go, I'd spend the time with my grandkid.
Mm-hmm. It's a little crazy. Kind of looking into the past in front of you. Your own personal past. The illusions, it's haunting. But it occurs to you. You didn't have anybody like you who was on your side either. But this kid does. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do before you go to the fight?
I would have just asked Hellebrand to make us some of that tea that she got from Clemson and Carafat for the time being. There ain't nothing we can do for Clarice at this point. Mama's done what she can, and Clarice seems like she's going to come through. We may as well lighten the mood and maybe take out some of our aggravations by watching that fight.
Way. All right, we'll do your thing.
You've got gold on that. You might be making some money, and you haven't seen none in a while.
Bark,
Well, obviously I've seen some because I had it.
Are we staying with your mama tonight? Or where are we staying?
I think we should stay here. I don't much like the idea of leaving Clarice.
If there are rooms here, we can stay here. Otherwise,
I
we'll
will
go to my
sleep
mama's.
outside on the doorstep. We are not going to leave this house alone tonight.
I think that's actually a good idea. I was just gonna say maybe we want to check in tomorrow, but if we just want to stay here tonight, that sounds like a good idea, Spark.
If there are others that do not need the rooms here more than we do,
I will. Are you hearing me, Barrick? It's like you can't hear. I will sleep outside. We are not leaving these people
what
alone.
good is you sleeping in the rain gonna do?
I'm just saying, if someone comes around, it's gonna be a lot quicker to kill them here rather than run here and kill them.
How about
This
we
was-
go to a fight?
This was a message, and the message has been received.
Well, I'm just gonna stay here unless there's another messenger come by.
All right. Let's go see if you win any coin.
I would have made everybody tea during this point before we go. With specifically my boiling water.
Spark looks at you with your
water
boiling
spoon.
water and
El-
just like
El- Eldith
glares
had
at you
come
the
out.
whole goddamn time.
My sister Eldith had come out with like a pot of water for you, and she just sees you pouring somehow boiling water out of a bag, and just kind of just like
Yeah,
walking
I know.
back to the kitchen.
No, it's fine. They don't need nothing. Spend a lot of
definitely-
money on a thing that can
I'm-
heat up water.
I'm definitely
Thank you,
going to
Elvis.
nod and say this was the greatest purchase I've ever made in my
Oh,
life.
was it now? It's interesting. Ain't
And
nothing here that
I,
can heat stuff up.
Ellie, are you coming with us tonight?
So yeah, I would have probably made my way down at some point. Yeah, definitely. Could probably use a little fresh air out in town. Plus, I'd love to talk to y'all after the fight about something real important. So, but yeah, I need to go out and enjoy something.
Whole town might be there.
All right. Well, let's
And
get
we
going.
head to the
Yeah.
fight.
Head down there. You
the
join.
crossroads.
You join a ever enlarging throng of people. It seems almost maybe all Port Somali is coming out for this particular event, and it is quite. What does that sound? There's something going on. But oops, sorry about that.
It's the T-Rex. That's B's T-Rex.
Yeah, I know.
Calling to me.
But there is a ever-growing crowd as you get closer and closer to the arena that has been kind of set up for this. You can see more types of like kind of temporary seating has been brought out. You see like pieces of ships and crates have all been brought out, making the whole area of the crossroads itself, it seems, one large arena. Something stocked up, some crates stocked up in each other, kind of giving this stadium seating look all the way down. Is there any particular place all of you are attempting to sit down?
Front row.
Someplace I can see from because I'm 4 feet tall.
We gotta get on the front row. That way, when they smash that watermelon, all the juice is going to come in your right.
Yeah, gotta get the blood out on us. Yeah.
Front row for sure.
Okay.
Whether we have to be in a balcony or not, so that I can see, I
We're
want to
gonna
just be in
in
a
the
spot
front
I
row.
can
You
see.
can see. God damn it, Barrett.
We can always put
Look,
you on
I'm
my
short. I'm
shoulders.
4 feet tall. Why do you think I
Alright.
ride N-bar all the time?
So stand on the seat.
All right, as you're trying to go there, I think in order to get through here, I'm going to say someone leading the group may make a. It's up to you. Someone can try to make an intimidation check, or someone can make an athletics check. If you just wanna
I would
push
like to
people out of
make an
the
intimidation check, please.
way. Yeah.
I will guide you.
Oh, good. That's a 15 plus 7, 22.
Roll the D4.
Oh, good. Yeah, we'll add a D4.
I just want to say on the side, I'm just saying, please move out of the way.
Oh, it's only a 1, so 23.
I would have been on N-bar.
All nice
like
and
I said.
kind.
I have a +7 to intimidation.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm made of fire. It's scary.
All right. So as you continue moving through here, it starts to get see up. You are able to push your way forward and look at a few people who were kind of saving seats. There's like 2 people that's saving seats for 9. With all various types
I'm
of
just gonna
like
produce
one
a
has
plate
no
and have it
shirt
in my
and they just
hand.
have they're like and move and allow all of you to sit down right in front here.
And I will dismiss the flame.
I love it. And again, there's a few people kind of running through and still trying to get different bets here if anybody wishes to get last minute bets on.
No, but I will buy a round for everybody of drinks.
Oh, absolutely.
Do they have the Queen's water here?
I don't know what Queen's water is.
They do.
Oh, take one of those.
So that'll be, let's see, for 1, 2, 3, 5. That'll run you about 6 silver.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, if no one else is
There we
gonna, I'm gonna bet on our little friend. I'm gonna
You bet on the watermelon?
I'm gonna bet on the watermelon.
I was sneezing as I was talking, but it worked out really well.
I'm not really a betting person, but I've known a lot of halflings in my life, and some of them are really scary.
Yeah, definitely as scary as a 7-foot-tall man to smash a watermelon on his knee for hobbies.
Helbram, I've never bet either, but do you want to do it with me?
Well, I've never done it before, so let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll put in.
You betting on the watermelon too?
I will put in 5 gold.
I will also put in 5 gold.
How about you, Ellie? You gonna bet on the watermelon too?
No, I don't. I try not to bet.
Makes
All
it
right.
more fun.
Okay. Actually, everyone go ahead and make perception checks for this.
That's a whole 12.
13.
16.
19.
Ooh. That was Helbram?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Pussy.
Nice.
Absolutely. All right. So as you begin to look around here, what you it's interesting. There is a group of people who have kind of taken up a section, and among them you spy the person who that was hanging out and had spoken with Sapphira before she ran out to grab Clarice. And it's interesting, they've kind of arranged themselves around others, and they kind of did this thing where they started restacking some of the crates. And oh geez, we're not having that. They started restacking some of the crates here, and as they did, it seems like they made different echelons of height here. And there's one woman who sits at the top, and then there's various male and females kind of around. There's about a contingent of 20 or so that have kind of arranged, and they just seem to be sitting watching everybody fill in and just kind of looking and sitting. You see that they've been brought drinks and such, but they're just kind of observing everything. But just kind of a weird sight of seeing them kind of lifted up a little bit.
I think I'm going to poke Vera / Ellie and point them out in hopefully the not like super like there they are way, but like just like look over there.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, great. Okay, it's a 12. It's not bad. It's
Okay.
not great.
Oh, you point him out.
What's he doing here?
Well, all of Port Damali seems to be here.
Yeah. Maybe I should listen in on him. I don't know. I don't really want to mess with them.
I don't want to mess with them here either.
Yeah. Maybe we just keep an eye on them in case they, do anything.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Keep an eye on them. They just kind of keep looking and helping with that perception. You notice that at least one of the crowd now seems to be looking directly at the group of you. They seem to have caught what you were doing. So, at this point, is there anything any of you want to do?
I want to send them some drinks.
People here, they're not really into that. I would say it's more just like, here's a drink. They're like, I'm not sending them a drink. And they kind of, it's very much hawkers and people kind of throwing stuff up. I think it's not, someone goes, that's not my section. You're crazy.
All right. I guess you don't want that 10 gold tip.
10 gold.
You go on. It's fine.
They weigh it. They kind of, I like my neck more. And they move, and they're gonna leave.
Wow, they're really afraid of that.
All right.
Now, I know you said you don't want to mess with them, but I do very much want to mess with them.
Don't mess with them, please.
Only because you said.
Thank you.
And I like you, Ellie.
Thank you. I'll tell you why later, but I just don't want any trouble with them.
My passive insight is 17. So is there any, like, do they look like they're gonna do something to us, or are they just looking us down like, you better not do
Kind of
anything?
just one of the individuals is just kind of keeping an eye.
Okay.
And a little bit of time goes by. Up in the here an announcement of the actual I would say who do they see getting ready to narrate the fight?
Yeah, so in the middle of the fighting ring, you see a man step out. He's wearing extravagantly fancy clothes, a really nice fancy fleece jacket, but you can tell it's old. Like, it's rich, it's expensive, but it's also the only expensive thing this man owns, and he wears every day. And he walks out and he's twirling a quill around his finger. He's got a blonde hair, a very well-groomed goatee, a top knot in his hair, and the biggest smile you've ever seen in your life. And he's just flashing it at everyone as he walks onto the center stage. This is his moment he's been waiting for. Am I good to go, Matt? You want me to start the fight?
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. So I cast thaumaturgy to make my voice extra loud. I got some minor illusions going on to add a trumpet call. And he calls out, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fight that you've been waiting for. The cavort in the port, the brawl in Damal, the bloody twirl in the shadow of Avandra's Pearl. Are you ready for the Port Damali bow? And right above him is a giant firework of a silent image, and it forms back into a giant version of himself, and he bows.
Yes!
But first, a prayer to Avandra. Changebringer, we gather now to witness two fierce competitors grasping their fate. And I turn and look at that suspicious group, knowing that only the brave and the bold dare make their own path. Avandra, guide their fists, and more importantly, bless our bets with your favor. Coming out first, the undefeated underdog, the orphan-born champ of Uthadorn, the halfling boxing ring king, the great ape heavyweight scrape. He may be small, but we all know that the best things come in small packages. The one, the only, Ignatius Max!
Did you say undefeated?
Seems like you chose poorly, Spock.
I don't like the word undefeated.
I told you.
So I would imagine that Ignatius comes out and joins on the ring.
Does Nate do anything special?
Ignatius walks out, and he has a vest on. Looks around, twirls with his arms out, big smile, big grin, kind of throws off the vest, and all you hear him scream out, he says, "Ooh, I'm the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit, and this is the place. Ooh, yeah! Ooh, yeah!"
And Righteous grabs Ignatius' hand and lifts it up in the air. And as I do that, I'm going to subtle spell cast Heroism on Ignatius. A little boom before the fight. And then I drop the hand and I start the next announcement.
That's
And
sorcery
here
point.
comes what?
That's sorcery point.
Yeah,
Subtle
sorcery
spell?
point.
Yep.
Subtle spell.
You got it.
And here comes his opponent, the Goliath of Damali, the man whose fist and body odor are so strong that no opponent dares get close. The one-cheek squeaker, the bottom burper king, the rotten cheese breezer. He's big, but the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Welcome to Molly's disgrace, Rigger the Fart Face!
I feel like this narrator might be a little biased.
As he's doing it, there's almost like also like boo, like kind of like hey.
Yeah, whoa, bring it on!
I don't like my odds here anymore, y'all.
Bless your heart. And at that, Ignatius and Righteous are gonna make eye contact, and Righteous is gonna say, "Hey, Ignatius, this is yours. This is yours, Ignatius. Have the guts to seize it." And I'm gonna use a bond, an emboldening bond on Ignatius, and give him bardic inspiration for the fight. And I'm gonna go stand right outside the ring and keep cheering.
All right. At this point, you see a tiefling man in a fine suit comes in, kind of dissimilar magic motion to what the person before you had been talking, and shouts, "Thank you for being so unbiased. Now, first, we give honor to Madame Manchante for sponsoring this fight." And they point as the woman who has been seated up, and she nods. And everyone is like, and so to the winner goes a portion of the bettings, as well as a 2,000 gold purse. So, fighters, knock your fists and begin. And with that, Ignatius, roll initiative.
Add your 1d4.
11. That's with the D4.
10. You get to go first.
So
Already the bond coming through.
so Ignatius walks out to this Goliath who just towers over him. But after the raucous speech that Righteous gave him, he can't feel anything but confident in himself. And he saunters over like he literally owns the place and he can do no wrong. And he puffs out his chest. He walks straight over to the Goliath and just looks up at him. And he says, "Let's dance!" And so he backs up and then fires in really quick. And he'll go ahead and attack. And he's going to punch the inside of the Goliath's thigh and with one shot, and then do the same to the other side of the thigh with another shot. And then he is going to uppercut to the groin.
All right. Roll it.
16 to the hit.
16 hits.
Let's see, is that a... So it's a dirty 20.
Okay, yep. Hit.
And the last one is going to be a 12. Does a 12 hit?
You can add your D4 there.
Oh, that's right. 15.
15 hits.
All right, so all three hit.
And I believe to Mark goes some DM inspiration from Froster Haywood again.
All right, awesome. Thank you. 12 for the first damage.
Okay.
16 on the second. And the last one is 9.
Nice. These are all unarmed strikes?
Unarmed strikes, yes.
You got it. So let me get back to this. All right. So 9, 12, and 16?
Correct. And I will... That's it.
Hell of a first turn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the last hit you see kind of like bulks up and it's almost like hitting rock as not as much damage seems to go through. But he's definitely, like, immediately there's blood flying. Crazy amount has happened just then. All right, they look and they're they yowl and their face gets red, blood rushes in.
Glad you weren't first, man.
And they're going to go ahead and throw. We're going to throw 2 punches as first comes up and just basically just tries to stomp on top of you.
Oh no.
Here we go. All right, so that will be a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. All right. That failing kind of like starts to get down and just tries to kind of do a hammer fist right on top. 19 to hit.
That exactly hits.
All right. That's going to be 4 bludgeoning. as he kind of gets you down, he goes, "Don't you forget your place." And lets you go. His fist up.
Are we gonna go with same initiative, Matt, or you want to re-roll?
Yeah, you just keep going.
Okay. All right. All right. So Ignatius feels really good. The blow he doesn't feel was really anything. He kind of shrugs it off, and he'll come in again, and he's actually going to run through the Goliath's legs, and he'll turn around, jump, and he's going to attack his kidneys. And when he does that, let me see. Where is it? I'm going to punch him. And if it's successful, I'll spend a key point to stun him.
All right.
And that
God.
is a 30. So I hit. That's a crit.
Nice.
So I'll spend a key point. He has a DC 15.
21.
Okay, so he's not stunned. Mark off the key.
Crowd goes, "Ooh!"
Do you just want me to double? So it looks like it's 12.
Yeah, you can right click and roll crit if you want.
Okay. So 11. And then 10
Wait,
Okay.
what?
with the first shot.
Wait, you have a +8 to your punch?
Yep.
Holy crap.
Come on.
Okay,
So-
but
So that's 21 total.
Yep.
Okay, half to 10 because of raging.
Correct. Second shot. 25.
That hits.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend a key to try and stun him again.
$21.
Okay. Takes 10 damage.
Okay.
And last shot is a 16.
16 hits.
Does 13.
Half to 6. All right, so you come up and you're gonna uppercut to the jaw, and then just start going in right into. You kind of like balance on his knee, his bent knee that you ended up getting there, and just kind of start going to his solar plexus. Boom, and you guys watch. There's just blood spray. A tooth kind of smacks Spark like right in the ear. From the go, they're just kind of spitting out. Things are coming in, and like, and he goes, "Stop! They'll kill you, you idiot!" And he kind of feeling woozy, just looking. Halbum, have you been watching the woman who you'd seen who was identified is now standing up, kind of looking extremely stern.
Righteous from his ring is making like eye contact.
He's going to go in. He kind of at this takes both hands into one large strike and just tries to come down on top of your head to knock you off of their knee. And that will miss as you're able just to jump off and you skirt like kind of a little bit behind them, and they just kind of try to fall back on top of you, elbow to your face the best that they can, and they're going to reckless attack for a dirty 20.
Okay. And that gives me advantage on my attacks, correct?
It does. and that will be 6 damage.
Okay.
And you see, as they come down, they also kind of dislocate their arm and then like push it back in somehow, and they grab you and have you grappled and are trying to hold you down.
Who is doing that? He is?
Draco, yeah.
Okay, he's attempting a grapple.
Yeah, it's time to do a grapple here.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and roll. There we go. That's going to be a 19.
He grapples me. That's a 5. I'm not
Okay.
even gonna bother with the Bardic.
Kind of throws you down, holding it.
Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. So since I have advantage on attacks, I am actually like, how does he have me grappled?
So as he came down, kind of his arm kind of hits your neck and then kind of moves it around. So he's got his arm just wrapped around your neck itself.
Okay.
Then he fell down, so he's kind of got you to his side, kind of trying to almost do a chokehold and pushing
Gotcha.
you down.
All right. So Ignatius is going to attempt to spin the grapple. And well, actually, since he's there, Ignatius is going to cry out. He's going to yell. He's listening to what Righteous and him have worked on for years or for months, and he is going to play to the crowd. And so Ignatius will say, "On balance, off balance, doesn't matter. I'm better than you. Oh, yeah!" And he's going to elbow this Goliath in the throat.
Okay.
I am going to do that with my 2 attacks, and then I will do something for my last by using my bonus action. And let's see. I have advantage 30, so that's a crit.
Hell yeah.
So 11 and
I love that all the rolls are on D&D Beyond, so it's like completely verifiable.
that should be and that should be 15 on the second one because I don't add in my strength to the crit.
Okay.
For the second, So
So
it was
it's
15
15
total.
15 damage. All right.
Yep. And then second attack.
I'll say with that, you hit it and you feel like something crack and implode inward.
Okay.
When you do that, and he's got to let go, and his eyes have rolled back in his head. His body's spasming as you've collapsed his windpipe.
Okay.
Oh god.
So with that,
Sweep the leg, Ignatius.
yeah. So Ignatius
He is down
will-
on the ground, like.
So Ignatius will back roll onto his feet, and he'll stand on top of the Goliath with his hands raised. And he says, "I'm too hot to handle, too cold to hold. I'm the cream of the crop, and the cream always rises to the top. Ooh, yeah!"
I'm not even mad about losing anymore.
And he waits for the, I guess, official to end the match.
You do it. And he comes out, goes, grabs your hand. The winner, Ignatius! And the crowd starts cheering. And now the crowd, you've won over the crowd. They are absolutely into this.
Matt, I drop heroism and bring up a giant silent image of Ignatius, 15 feet huge, and I go, "That's right, ladies and gentlemen, but when Ignatius wins, everyone wins." And I reach into my coat and I pull out I can do 80 gold. So I've got 80 gold pieces in my pouch, and I chuck the gold into the crowd using my bardic feature.
Everyone is cheering, going crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and grab as much of that as I can. Because I just
Grab as much as you want.
How does Boss Lady look?
You look up, and she has already begun to walk down the steps, a few people holding her hand. And you can't tell, Brum, that she quickly takes what looks like it's a little bit of a distance, so it's really hard to tell, but the best thing would be like a black dagger and hands it to someone who kind of nods and darts out of sight very, very quickly.
Spark's just trying to grab gold. How much gold can I grab?
I'll tell you, it kind of went everywhere. You can go ahead. You're in the front there, so some like bounce off people's heads came down, so you can have 10.
Fantastic.
All of it's gonna disappear. In about 3 hours.
I'm gonna kind of like grab Vera's arm and be like,
Did you think there was a
think
a
something's
bard
gonna go
subclass
really
that could
wrong
just
here.
make money?
Listen, Amber is not familiar enough with D&D rules to know that that's not a thing. But Ark is even less aware of that.
What's wrong?
Boss Lady just passed off a dagger.
To who?
One of her people. I lost track of them in the crowd.
Okay.
Can we get involved with them now?
As you're having this discussion, a large sack of gold is brought over. 2,000 gold is handed to you, and another chest of the winnings, kind of off the top, as per agreement for the winner, of another 1,200 gold get handed off to you. As the gentleman here goes, it kind of brings him close to the both of you. If he brought you down, Righteous goes, I think others will be picking that up from your corpses, unless you are very good at running. And it goes, the winners! And everyone cheers, and he walks off.
Giant smile on my face.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Zero fear. I'm terrified.
Yeah, silently, Ignatius just stares at Righteous, and if
It'll work, trust me.
you could see the bubble above his head, it would pretty much say, "We're fucked."
So, Righteous and Ignatius, where did the two of you go from this? There's not really a dressing room, so to speak. Everything's open.
Right.
I would assume that we would have we got a room somewhere.
Yeah,
You have your tent that was over to the side if you want to go to it.
Okay. I guess, yeah. I think we're gonna go there and start packing.
Yeah.
Our intention is to pack up and get out of here.
We just got to get out of Dodge for a couple days. They're cool down. It's not a big deal. People go against the Myriad all the time. It's not a big deal. Okay?
So yeah, I make sure we grab up the stuff.
Okay, so you're heading to your tent.
Yeah.
All right, the rest of you?
I'm heading to them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm assuming that we.
So who
we're
do
all
they see
assuming that they're gonna go kill him, right? So we're all just gonna go follow to Ignatius.
I mean, did Helga
So-
tell the rest of us?
I told Vera first, and specifically.
So let's say at least you, like, who do they see walking straight towards them? Then Vera.
Right.
You describe what they see
Sorry.
coming straight towards them, yeah.
It's been a while. Okay, so yeah, you see a half elven woman. She's looks about in her 80s or so. She's a bit gaunt, almost sickly looking. If you can see her mouth, you would see the sort of rotten or jagged edged teeth that are kind of in there. She looks a little rough, and but she wears really fancy clothing, almost the complete opposite to the way she looks. She's got long, dark hair, probably slightly graying at this point, and but that's who's heading towards you.
Is it just Vera that's coming towards us?
I feel like
would've-
it's probably all of us, right?
I would have said to the rest of them, we need to get them. I'll explain, but we're going to need some help. Or I'm going to need some help. You don't have to come, but
Why are
I'll
we talking?
explain.
Let's go. Lead the way, Ellie.
Okay.
Seeing someone approach, Righteous will turn to Ignatius and say, "Get packed. I got this. I got this. Not a big deal." And step kind of forward, like no autographs, please. Our fighter's got another competition in another place we just got to get to.
I understand. Could I speak to him?
You know, he's a busy man. He just had this huge fight. It wasn't hard for him. He's not tired. He's just, you know, he feels bad for the damage that he's done. So I don't think he's ready to talk. You can talk to me. I mean, do you want? I can sign your autograph.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think that's
just-
how autographs work.
Yeah. I probably said it wrong.
I just wanted to know if he was available for maybe a job.
Well, I mean,
Listen, buddy. We got reason to think he's in trouble. You might be in trouble. I know you from whoever else. But he's in trouble and someone's coming for him right now. And we just trying to help.
Ignatius.
Ignatius stops from heading and slowly turns and kind of shrugs as like, what do you want?
These people say that we're in trouble. I don't think they understand how incredibly strong you are.
I don't think you're in trouble. I just wanted to talk. I need help. I'm the one in trouble.
Can you talk helping us pack up the tent?
Okay.
Well,
Do
they're
you need all of it packed or?
Oh, yeah.
You talk like this all the time.
He really does. Yeah. You get used to it. It's delightful. It really
Fantastic.
is.
While they're talking, can I keep an eye on the crowd, see if anyone's making their way towards us? With
Yeah,
Cooper?
Spark's gonna stand outside like a bouncer.
Okay. Well, you're going to the tent?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
was the same while they were doing their little talking thing. Ham was just gonna kind of.
They're packing up and talking inside the tent. I think Spark wants to stand outside like a bouncer. She's gonna do produce flame and just stand there with a flame in her hand, like just ready.
All right. So as far as the arena, no one seems to be approaching overly. Like there's some fans, but Righteous is able to kind of put them off.
Yeah, so we'll make our way to the tent
Yeah,
and
we got to clean up our stuff.
start packing. However long that's going to take. Secure the stuff in the wagon or in our cart that we have. That's pulled by those that make way to the cart. You'll see your typical two-wheeled cart that's being pulled by an axe beak, which looks like a very large feathery ostrich with an axe as a beak. They have huge clawed feet, and they actually run faster than horses. So that is what pulls our cart. And I will let Righteous tell you who drives the cart.
Yeah, so sitting on top of the cart, I put it in the Discord. You see this cute little monkey with a very long white mustache, wearing a holy symbol to Avandra that matches what Righteous has on. He's kind of just sitting there holding the reins of the axe beak. And as he comes up, like Righteous, as he gets up, kind of like genuflects a little bit to him, like, Reverend Dubois, it all went to plan. Everything's going good. What should we do next? And starts to talk to the monkey.
The hell? Are we all here for this?
Oh yeah.
Righteous, is it okay if I go check and make sure nothing's wrong in the tent?
No, oh, sure. You can help us pack it up. We got to get going. I'm not sure if you knew this, but we
Yeah,
have
I
another
just-
engagement.
I just want to make sure no one's already in there waiting for us. You know what I mean?
In that time, can I call to Endar to come, like Embar to come around and meet me where I'm at?
You can. It's going to take a while with the crowd, but it is starting to come. So all of you are making your way towards the tent at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send a bot in there before anybody else goes in.
Okay. Let Bob make a perception check then.
Okay. He has advantage.
Does Bob have dark sight? Dark vision?
Does Ba have dark vision? I don't believe so.
Okay, so the tent is completely dark.
I'll cast light on him before I send him in.
Okay.
Just cantrip.
Go ahead.
It says here that it's a pseudo dragon, correct?
Yeah.
Pseudo dragons have dark vision 60 feet.
Oh,
Here.
Okay, yeah. So you're fine.
Okay. With advantage, that's a 19.
19. You're not trying to be necessarily stealthy, so.
No.
Sue looks around here and kind of crouched up near one of like a packing chest. Sees a person, the hood, dagger out.
Oh.
And they kind of
Okay.
look up and see.
He's just gonna come back to me.
They're going to attempt to strike.
Oh, fuck.
No, not Ba.
He's just a baby. He's flying. Does
Ooh,
that
that was real low. The tent would have been within melee. 13.
That is the AC.
Unfortunate.
Is Ba gonna die?
Ba.
No.
We've only known Ba such a short time.
So we'll actually do this. That is going to be 7 piercing and 10 necrotic damage.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh no.
Our connection just severs, and I go, "Oh fuck!" We got someone in there.
But you say that out loud.
Oh yeah.
Ignatius turns, and he immediately heads into the tent.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm going in too.
And when he gets in there, when I'm within 10 feet of whoever's in there, I will roar, and I will spend a key point, and my astral self will emerge. And so a large gorilla forms over myself. So you can see this astral projection like I'm standing inside this gorilla. It's taller than I am, it's bigger than I am, but it moves as I move. And when I get within that 10 feet and shift, he needs a DC 15 save.
Okay. 1 second. So let's do 2 things here. Give me 1 moment. Yeah, they're definitely not hidden at this point.
They.
And all right, so first things first, everyone please roll initiative.
Oh, why?
First
Hate rolling
roll of the
initiative.
campaign.
Holy shit, we're rolling
so bad.
I got it. Hey, has it been 10 minutes, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, darn it. Okay.
I always roll terrible initiatives as Halibram.
At least
Terrible.
Fear is up there.
24.
So, just so I can understand like where everyone is. So we were all heading to the tent?
We're all at the tent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ignatius and I are inside.
Zara, what did you get?
Oh,
Zara's not here.
Ham
I'm
got-
sorry. Not Zara. No, I'm sorry. It's because you didn't remove Zara from the campaign. That's why I got confused. And Ignatius?
22.
Okay.
Goodness, Ignatius.
Ham has 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ham has a -2 to Dex.
I do.
Oh god.
All right.
Ham is
What
suffering from sadness.
what save are they making?
It's a. Oh, I gotta look. So it is a dex save.
Got
I
it.
rolled so low.
DC 15.
16.
Okay. So they will take half of 4. So basically, it's force damage that a pulse comes out as I shift, I guess, per se. And they'll take 4. So they take 2 points of damage for the save. It's force.
You got it. All right. I think with that just initial, as you came in, we're going to enter the initiative, which will be up with Vera with 24.
All right. Vera will take out her Steamcast dagger.
Yeah, currently you're outside of the tent, so you're going to have to come into it. But...
Yeah. So I'll use some movement to go in and take out my dagger and kind of try to. I'm gonna try to go up and attack with everything I got.
Got it.
All right, so that is going to be. Okay, that's that is an 18.
That hits.
Okay, and that is going to be. Okay, give me a second here.
Is
That's
never mind.
21 damage.
21 damage. As you go to strike here, you almost see the blade grow darker, and blackness kind of comes up and almost shields this person as you cut away this dark, like thick ichor before you actually get to them. But it does do a little, some damage gets through. And as you take your blade out, it kind of begins to reform.
Can I ask you a question? Since I used Booming Blade on that, does that have any effect on his reaction to move? Or is that not movement?
That they didn't use movement to do that.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And I assume none of them are around me right now. Is that right? Or is it just one person?
Right now, kind of Ham's right in there, as is Ignatius and you.
Okay, but
Everyone
no,
else
no,
is
the
about
bad
to come
guys. Right.
There's only one person in here, it seems.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll. As long as I'm not in their range, then I'll stay put.
Within the one person's range, but nobody else.
Oh, then I'll take a step back.
Okay.
If
So you
I
kind
can.
of so you back up from that. Yep.
Mhm.
All right, you got it. Ignatius, it's your turn.
So Ignatius, since I said I was 10 feet apart from them when I let loose, I'm going to remain that 10 feet because my astral self is larger, bigger than I am, and my arms will reach the 10. So I will go ahead and use a key point for Flurry of Blows, and that will give me 4 attacks. So is there
Nice.
1 or 2 creatures?
1.
1. Okay. So then I will unload on the one gentleman. 16.
16 hits. And these are counted as non-magical, right? Because you're not level 6 yet.
Hold on a second.
I don't think Astral does anything special, but with that.
Okay. I have a tattoo that makes my fist magical.
Okay. You got it. So how much damage was that?
So, first one will do 16.
Okay. It seems that as you go, what's your tattoo look like?
So they're all different writings all over his body. You'll see some elvish, dwarvish, just a halfling, all different writings all over his body, and it literally covers his body and his hands. And so you'll see parts of the script start to glow when he punches. And so some of the script across his body highlights very faintly.
Yeah. Fades up, and it's almost the light kind of glows extra bright as it goes into this mess of shadow and bright, and it punches this person in the face like, ah! And you do another strike.
Correct.
Go ahead,
Two more.
you go ahead and make the rest of your rolls.
Okay. That's a crit. so 16 total on the crit.
Okay.
That's 3.
That's like 3 crits. Yeah.
And the last hit is a 17. And he'll take 16.
Jeez. All right. Down in there, shadows kind of begin to reform as you take your last hit, but you do see underneath this hood, like pushed back, kind of this very, very. It's interesting. Face that almost looks scaled, but doesn't look draconic. It's a very weird sight, but it looks like it would be wet, except blood's pouring down from all your strikes.
Well, and I think I only hit 3. I have
3?
4.
Okay, do your 4th then.
Yeah. I forgot the flurry gives me one more. 13, which I don't think will hit.
That misses, yeah.
Yep.
So
So
it finally kind of ducks down. It's like, ah, and moves down. With that, are you gonna stay where you are or move? You're muted.
oh, I'll stay the 10 feet away.
Okay. Then Righteous, it is your turn.
Righteous is going to turn to whoever's not in the tent. Yes, and guys, I don't know why you're so worried. Ignatius is in it. It's not a big deal. And he's going to cast Silent Image. I don't know if I could do a crowd of people in a 15-foot to kind of block sight to what's happening in the tent, away from.
I'll give
other
that
people.
to you. Yeah.
Just it's
yeah.
a visible.
Yeah, just like
phenomenon.
a bunch of people just
Yeah,
kind
like in line to get like a picture taken, or
Yeah,
not
yeah,
picture,
yeah.
but like an autograph. You guys, it happens literally like every time. It's not a big deal. And that's my turn.
Oh my god.
Actually, I can add to that. Ignatius, you got this, right? It's not a big deal, and you can take a big bardic inspiration.
Nothing I can't handle. Ooh, yeah.
And the 8 form that you have, there's a little version of it animated that's running around your head. That's what the mode of creation looks like.
Barrick, it's your turn.
Actually, it should be a banana.
Okay,
Be a banana
Banana.
dancer.
Can I get within range of the guy with my 25 movement?
You move through, so I mean, you can run into the tent.
No,
And,
not using my action. Is the tent flap open?
It's
Or
not
no?
open. You'd have to actually get in there, and it'd be pretty crowded. Tent flap is not open. It is closed.
Okay, so can I just get in even if I can't make it into melee?
Yeah. So you
Okay.
can run in, get right in there. It's still dark in here. You have dark vision.
I do.
Perfect.
So, seeing a large spectral ape, I will. But seeing that it's Ignatius floating inside, we'll be like, okay, and seeing the figure, I will just Eldritch Blast from the entryway, I guess.
Okay.
So 2 beams. 16
16 hits.
for 11 damage and 24 for 9 damage.
Okay. Your 2 blasts go up. 1, 2. As the second one hits, you actually kind of like, again, you're piercing through the shadow, and all of a sudden the shadow boom, goes away, and you just see this individual there with a huge hole through their chest. You see the tent on the other side from your blast. And you see the dagger kind of go wispy, and wings sprout from it, like bat wings, and it just faster than you can react, almost passing through the tent, flying away. And what looked like a black kind of clothing actually turns to more of like a dirty brown, and the body falls down.
Ignatius Max, it's a pleasure to meet you, but I think it's better if we leave here quickly. You've got gold enough to replace your things. Leave the tent and follow me if you
Want to live.
Do say if you want to lick. God damn, you're dramatic, Barrett.
As long as he doesn't tell us to get to the chopper.
Listen, I think we have time. I think we can handle it. Just pack your things. We know what. Well, it's probably not so safe anymore, is it, Ellie?
What?
Well, I was gonna say we know a safe place, but I don't know how safe it is anymore.
We're not going back to Sapphira's.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think
don't
it's
wanna leave them
safe
there.
anymore.
No, of course not. But we there's okay. We Sapphira's gonna need our help.
Yeah.
We have a week. It's not a lot of time, but it's
What do you mean we have a week?
We need to get away from these people for
Yes.
now. We don't necessarily have to leave, but I don't think it's safe to potentially bring a tail
Yeah, I
back to Sapphira's.
I think, Barrett, why don't you go pack? All right, go help him pack.
What do you think, Ignatius? Strength in numbers?
Ignatius walks over in his big gorilla form because it lasts for 10 minutes, and he leans into Righteous's ear and whispers, "Do you think that we can trust them?" We
Looking
did
around.
We did just win a lot of gold.
Yeah, she's got a halo. This guy's been helping. I mean, I think we got fair odds. What do you think, Reverend Dubois?
Oh my god.
Yeah? Yeah, okay. Dubois says we trust him, we trust him.
Okay. He's never steered us wrong.
Never steered us wrong.
Listen, all I know is we got a couple mutual enemies.
yeah, but the Sapphira's she
I know,
she's
but
gonna
we know that.
die if we don't
Okay,
fix this.
Ellie, we will fix it, but I don't know that we want to talk about all this where people might be listening.
I think that's wise. Let's get out
Okay.
away from the crowd at least.
Is
Let's
there
get
still a
everybody
body?
packed up. Let's go in the woods.
Halbram, you never went in, correct?
Into the tent.
Right.
Spark
No.
also didn't go in, but I
So
think.
Spark and Helbram, go ahead and make perception checks, please.
Oh God. Oh no.
It's a 5.
16.
16.
Right, Spark.
I love low
I
rolls.
rolled a 2.
Spark, you see.
I still have produce flame ready. I just want that on the record.
That's fine.
See, my back is turned.
You see the gentleman who had run out of Sapphires earlier. They are standing with a group of 4 Stellazo and just kind of laughing and joking. But you see their eyes are fixated on kind of your crew, the 2 of you, and the tent itself, as just kind of chatting with the 4 of them, like, "Oh yes, oh, your children. It was great having them over last night. Yes, to the Stellazo."
I'm gonna look inside the tent and I'm gonna say, "Boy, it's so good. There's so many of us." Can I roll an intimidation check?
Yeah, you can make an intimidation check.
21.
21.
As her hair, like a fire, gets a little bit brighter.
He doesn't kind of like, it's this, you see like his foot moves, but his face remains just laughing with the Stellazo, and he's just looking over. Stellazo themselves aren't looking. It looks like they're just like catching up with this person as they're doing like some low level guard duty of the crowd control stuff, and he's just kind of looking at y'all and doesn't seem. Says they're looking, what is like, I think someone just drank too much. Oh, yes, it happens all the time. And they kind of continue ignoring what's going on.
Well, I think this is our exit. I don't have anything in there I need. Not really.
Is there still a body? Or did the body
The body's there. It's a big hole in the chest.
I mean,
Y'all take up as much time as you need and take your time packing. I am not worried about nothing with how many of us there are.
So what are y'all talking about doing exactly?
Well, my plan was to leave. And then we figure it out from there. But I'd like to be where they're not.
How big is your cart? And is your axe beak ready to go?
Everything's ready to go, but the cart is probably, I would say it's 2 wheels, and I would say in total length it's 6 feet by, say, 4 feet.
Okay. I've worked with Spark enough to understand what they're trying to do, so I'm like, we don't need Celezo finding this right now. And I grab a blanket off of a cot, I'm assuming, or a bedroll, and I wrap it up, and I'm like, Ignatius, if you'd help me pack this, I'd appreciate it. We can unpack it later.
Did you talk about the body?
Yes.
All right. So Ignatius, in his gorilla form, will reach down and just pick it up. The arms of the gorilla pick it up and walk over. Do I need a strength check?
If both of you are doing it, you're fine.
Okay. So I help Eric put it in the back of the cart. It'll fit.
So you do a chest, and then you put the chest in the cart?
The chest I put in the cart first when we came back outside.
So what's the body going in? Just cloth? Or
are you just carrying a body out of this tent here?
So it's wrapped like a bedroll.
We wrapped it in the
It's in a rug.
bedroll. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's feet sticking out a rug. So,
right. Okay. That's kind of what I thought might be going on. So I need one of you to go ahead and make me we'll do stealth check to see how well you disguise this versus the guard's perception here.
You got it.
Oh, man.
Ignatius, are you rolling? You have an inspiration.
Yeah, I can roll.
I would have
That's
gone for
a
deception
27.
myself.
That's a 27, and I will add.
So did you hack D&D
I'll
Beyond? Is
roll
that what it is?
What'd you get total for yourself?
So 32
Oh.
stealth to hide this body.
Well, that beats 25, thankfully.
You guys are stressing me.
So you begin packing.
This isn't me and Righteous's first rodeo.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Happens all the time.
Spark, you
Yeah.
see this same gentleman kind of like see Barrett come out with Ignatius and mouth an R name.
Boy, I'd hate to be anybody that tried to mess with us tonight, huh?
And just kind of looking, and as this is the first time he's associated this whole thing together, and he's kind of just looking and making associations. So no one's realizing there's a body here, but they're seeing people working together that they're making note of, or he's making note of, this gentleman.
You
So
should
the
know
body's
that
the
they're dead by
body's
what Spark said.
the body is safely in and seemingly unnoticed.
Before Ham leaves the tent, she's just gonna kneel down where Ba disappeared. She's gonna say, "I'll bring you back, okay? You did real good for Bahamut. We're real proud of you. I'll bring you back."
And I would prestidigitate away any blood that was on the ground.
Sure.
We have to leave now.
Okay.
If Spark lets me know that there's been eyes on us.
I mean, that's what she's been doing this whole time, I feel like. by making
Yes,
nice
but like
comments.
if you make it known exactly what you saw, then
I don't know how to do that in a way that wouldn't tip them off too much.
okay. So I just
So I think
Start
I'm just being
walking,
obscure and letting them,
um,
like, trying to hint at the fact that I am trying to be intimidating for
so-
some reason.
so I'll cast Speak with Animals on myself, and I'll speak to the axe speak. I'll be like, "Come on, buddy, we gotta go." And I'll just be walking alongside the axe speak.
All right. So do you all begin to go off together?
Ellie?
What do all of you do?
When I leave that tent area, I'm gonna look at the man
Hmm.
right in the eye,
Hmm.
and
So
then
he clocks you like,
I'm gonna smile and show my teeth, and I'm gonna wink, and I'm gonna mouth, "Not today, but soon." Then I'm gonna walk away. Hellebrun,
Yeah.
I don't know what the right thing to do is. I can't leave that man here.
Like you said, not today, but soon.
You can read my lips from the back of my head. You're talented.
I'm assuming I was in front of her at this point too. So
You probably whispered it a little bit, though, right?
I was assuming like I was looking at her and she was looking past me.
sure.
But he's in there with Sapphira and Hellebrun. Sapphira, she's my daughter.
Then we're not gonna let this stand.
She told me that if this business with them doesn't clear up in a week, she's going to ensure it doesn't go on by ending herself. I only have a week, Hellebrun. There ain't a lot of me left. But if I can't do this, there's none of me left. I'm going to need your help. You're the only one left.
You've been with me this far, Vera. I'll be with you until the end, too.
Good. I needed to hear that.
And with that, we'll end for tonight. All right. Those on Twitch, I hope you enjoyed that because I certainly did. We all did. So thank you all for watching. We're here tomorrow. We are. And no, it's Friday. Never mind. Saturday will be the next game on this channel as we head over to Tal'Dorei. And so if you wish to see it. Otherwise, thank you for joining and look for new updates to the channel. See you, everybody.